J. Got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the bay. Everything I'm on slab.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy?
Better boss up, nigga.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back to the motherfucking Wake Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne, it is Ish. The King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth, yours truly. The Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO Niggero of Fix His Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best edutainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg.
Your third leg was just
also
phenomenal.
The man with no throw-by-hole. I am the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one.
Acknowledge me.
The founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist. Smells like Teen Spirit. Also, the Morpheus of the Mayday Matrix, the Chocolate Confucius, the Black Moses, the Deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me CGA. See God Allah, and I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We made it, gentlemen. We made it.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend,
It
nigga?
is the weekend. That shit ain't nothing but another 2 days that ninjas act crazy on. Then it's gone and everybody feel fucked up because they spent they last on shit that they couldn't get no other days of the week. Why is
What's
that?
up, nigga? What's up for the
Because
weekend,
they too
nigga?
damn cheap. All right, shout out to Cam. and Ice Cube and a lynch mob. We got a great show for you lined up today. A beautiful wig wearing Sista breaks down why she shit tests her man. All right, and if you guys don't know what a shit test is, shout out to our brothers in this space that have been exposing the shit tests for many, many years. It is what women do either conscious or subconsciously to test where they stand with their man. So I did a video back in the day talking about the regular, basic, and the nuclear shit test, and it is a challenge on basically where she stands. She could have some insecurity and she wants to test you out. She wants to test why does she have stability or security in the relationship, and she'll test it out. And it can be as simple as texting you and seeing how long it takes for you to return a text message, or it can be as simple as, or as complex as asking, do I look fat in this dress? All right, but this woman's going to talk about how she tests her man using a shit test. She didn't say shit test, we said it. How she tests her man to see how her femininity will be given back to her. All right, these are all things that women do. Not my girl. Yes, your girl shit tests you. All right, and then men do shit test women as well, but their shit tests are a little bit more manipulative. All right, because they're supposed to just love us unconditionally. However, all throughout the relationship, the beginning, the middle, and the end, you pay for her to shit test you. Yes, indeed. And we got the great legendary Elliot Hulse, all right, here to explain. I tried to get Sandman here to explain, but he's severely shadow banned. I couldn't even find his channel. Right, so shout out to the legendary Sandman. I was going to feature you. Hi, everyone. It's Sandman here. All right, but we don't have it. So we have Elliot Hulse here to explain why women shit test. All right, we have that coming up here in today's show. We might have time for this because we might have time.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
All right, we might have time to hear the video, Marriage is a Scam. It is quite a lengthy video, so I might have to bump some content around and all of that. And we got crime and Law CGA. People out here committing crimes. All right, and so crimes in the name of love, crimes of passion, crimes of abuse. We're going to feature that in the relationship aspect of this video, and this should be a great show. We got nasty girls out here.
I am a nasty woman.
We got nasty women here on Straggle Sniggle Theater coming up here. Wait till you see these nasty women out here and the nasty minds that they got. Men only think about one thing, boy. I got some nasty women coming up. Yeah, I get that. And we like them nasty over here.
Oh, that's nasty.
Get your nasty ass. And we got an update on Aaron the Plumber, the Ninja Turtle. He's crashing out. So it should be a great show. To contribute to today's show, $sign the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat.
New world order.
On the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. All right, man, thank you for being here all week. I really, really love and appreciate all the people that watch, view, get this information. The best entertainment here on YouTube, bar none. So I appreciate the people who have supported Money Mindset coming up this weekend. Man, and I've been putting in work, getting my paperwork right. I just signed my last will and testament last night. Yes, I signed it, man. See, you know, I had to put a new will under because there's been adjustments in my family. Yeah, I don't have a new baby coming. All right, but I had to make some adjustments in my paperwork in my trust account. All right, in my trust, my family trust. And I had to put another LLC under the trust, and I had to sign and update my last will and testament. Yes, I did it, man. And we talk about these things on the Money Mindset because listen, if you don't have your paperwork right, you can't truly live. And part of dying is living. So now that I have my death taken care of, I'm about to live the free agent lifestyle. All right. Yes, we got it going on out here, man. And you got to get your paperwork right. We're going to talk about that on the Money Mindset and some content creation this weekend. And if you want to get to the Money Mindset, it is patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams. It is the boss up level part of this show.
Boss up, nigga.
All right. Part of this show. We don't tell you over here, man, because the game is to be sold, not told. All right, we can only give you so much over here, but we're going to be talking about that and leveling up LLC's trust. I'm going to tell you what I learned and experienced updating my trust LLCs in my last will and testament. Yes, indeed. All right, and who getting what? All right, which one of my kids getting what? We're going to update that and see how we can get you in that mindset as well. So it's patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams for the best shows off YouTube. All right, if you want to see me over there. And of course, we'll be on Locals on Sunday. All right, Juco Calico on the plane right now. All right, and she a little bit nervous coming in, and she's not obese, but you know where she comes from. All right, North Kakalaki in the building. All right, so let me see here. Where's my links? I have my links here. They must be way up here. But I'll throw the links into the supported content right here. All right, wait a minute. That's the wrong one over here. Shout out to everybody. Let's see here. I'm going to copy, paste, copy, paste. Yeah, man, I got a long life. I might even outlive one of my life insurance policies. All right, anyway, that's sad. I'm certainly going to outlive one of them, all right? But it's better to have it than to not have it. Sound effects are live. All right, I got a long way to go, man. Got a long way to go. All right, anyway, shout out to our brother. But now that I have my death covered, I'm about to live my motherfucking life. All right, I'm about to live it live right here. La vida loca. All right, I might impregnate some linglings along the way. All right. You know, I might do that.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, but they're not going to be in America. All right, I'm going to send their ass. If they're in America, I'm sending their ass back to the Philippines.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Yes, indeed. I will do that.
American people ain't kind of fuck.
Yes, indeed. You know that's going to probably happen, and I'll have to update my will after that. All right, anyway. All right, what are we doing here? It's no government name. I've heard military wives say, I'll stay married until my husband retires, pay off our debt and house. Okay. I'll stay married until the husband retires, pay off our debt and house. Is there a divorce in there? This sent chills down my spine. He says, I know a guy who came back from deployment and tried to surprise his wife to see her getting plowed on the bed. All right, there's a comment in there. He says right here, I know a guy who came back from deployment and to try to surprise his wife only to see her getting plowed on their bed. These scenarios scarred me for life. That's why he's a free agent lifestyle for life. All right, anyway, right there. And he says, I remember when I was in college, there was a guy I knew that had a long distance relationship with a girl in Japan.
What kind of fuck you
for
give
2
me?
whole years. It was a STEM Gen Z guy that never had been to Japan. Oh, no, my goodness. He says, I introduced your content to him, but he called you toxic. Yeah, I'm toxic. Yeah, he's still in love. I'm in love with you. Love with you, I'm in love. Yeah. He was in love. But, you know, people who have long distance relationships with women they never met, yeah, that's toxic. That's toxic, bro. Like you're a big monkey simp. You're a big monkey simp. If you have a long distance relationship with a woman you've never met. But I'm toxic. Oh, okay. All right. This bitch is 9,000 miles away. But I'm the one. All right. I'm the one just off of my rocker. I'm the one that doesn't make sense. I'm toxic. Your woman lives basically in the future, a whole day in the future. You've never fucked her, and I'm the toxic one. Right? Where? I mean, how do you go along life believing these things here? I mean, what an idiot. And YouTube guy says, I finally paid off a credit card I used when I went on dates back in 2022. I've been paying $150 per month on this card since May of 2022. I did the math. I spent roughly $5,400 in interest payments alone. Never broke date. That is a proper way to look at things. Shout out to the YouTube guy. When you talk about men pay, all men pay, I don't pay, broke dating, My man, that's the way to look at it, because you got to look at things pragmatically. You got to look at the money you're spending. My man spent $5,400 in interest. And on interest, just paying off the credit card on dates, cheap dates. $75 date here, $75 date there, $150 date there, $250 date there, $30 date there. Dating adds up. People do not realize how much dating adds up. Even if you're casually dating, it adds up. You get chicken strips and tater tots over here. You get 2 drinks over there, $54 here. And then when you have to pay minimum payments on these payments, you guys got to understand the interest, how interest works. If you have a high interest rate on a card, which most people do, especially when you have revolving debt, and then you have maxed out credit cards, late penalties and fees, the interest rate alone, making minimum payments. This is the money mindset over here, brothers. Yes. Dating is expensive. Just casually dating, just dating and keeping your rotation up. It's expensive. Now, think about this. How much punani could you have clapped at the JUCO for $5,400? All right, listen. $5,400. All right, that for me is 10 prime pieces of calico. All right, 10 prime pieces of calico. Yeah, man. Interest is no joke on credit cards. All right, interest is no joke on credit cards. All right, you don't want to be paying minimum balance. We got to get y'all money mindset brothers back up. I appreciate him from sharing that information, because that's the type of information people let go over your head. Oh, I really don't pay. I don't pay nothing. Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, you do. All men pay. Right here. All right. Shout out to the resurrected simp enforcer, CGA. My IT friend is in jail for domestic violation. He caught his wife in bed with the local drug dealer. I asked her why she sent him to jail, and she looked in my eyes and said, I don't know, or I don't care if I was getting a train ran on me. Domestic violence is domestic violence.
Trying.
All right, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. She was like, he didn't have not the right to put his hands on me. And yes, right away, I'm going to tell you, man, nobody has the right to put their hands on anyone. However, your girlfriend, living girlfriend, getting a train ran on her, and she don't even care. Do not put your hands on me. I love he. All right, I love he, but your ass going to jail. Oh, boy. All right, we got some cash apps that I need to acknowledge. It is... Our brother P.I. Double says, I'd love if you could show a mix of cold approach and JUCO. How would I do that? Oh, like if I'm doing Rachel Riz, show the JUCO and cold approach. I don't know how I would do that, because it's not out in the open. Yeah, I was not out in the open, so I don't know how I could accomplish that. All right. Shout out to Corey. He says, happy Friday, coach. We in the building.
New world order.
Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Shout out to no government name. Last one. Can you explain why it is that when I reach a big financial goal to buy something that I wanted to desire, and you have the desire to buy, it goes away? He says, I think it's because I only desire the option rather than the thing itself. What say you? That is very common. Very common. We have these things on our list and we're like, I want this. I want this. And then when you get it, it's like, right. That's why the best things in life aren't things. However, we do have things that we want in terms of extrinsic rewards that we want to pursue. And it is always nice that you can actually go to it if you want it. So the convenience of going to it when you need it is there. But yeah, the desire definitely goes away. It's like a girlfriend. It's like a wife. You want one, then you get one. You don't want it that much anymore. But these are just trophies, rewards. People sometimes say you don't need all of those things. And in a sense, they're right. You don't need all of those things. But yes, this is why it's important to make sure that when you buy a thing, you can afford many of those things. And I will tell you this, the minute you have a lot of money, the things that you wanted when you didn't have money, by the time you have a lot of money, that thing becomes less important. Okay, like guys want a collection of Jordans. And you might be in a position where, you know, you're like, I want these 10 pair of Jordans. And you see somebody with 10 pair of Jordans. So you would be like, I would love to have those 10 pair of Jordans. And then you calculate what that cost would be. $3,000 for those 10 pair of Jordans, whatever it would be, whatever the cost would be. And then you would be like, but I don't have $3,000. All right. But now let me tell you something. If you had $30,000, you probably wouldn't buy those 10 pair of Jordans. You wouldn't buy them. And even if you did buy them, they wouldn't feel the same. It wouldn't even feel the same. Even if you could go and buy them at the store and you just showed up at the store. All right, I want those. All right. It wouldn't even feel exciting. All right. You're like, yeah, okay. So you guys got to realize a lot of the things that we aspire to have is mostly because we can't afford it. Then when you can't afford it, when you buy it, the desire kind of goes away. Then all of a sudden, even if you could buy 10 of them, you don't desire it very much anymore. All right. So it is one of those things. But we also have to have extrinsic rewards. If you want to reward yourself and treat yourself to something nice, it's okay to treat yourself. All right. It's okay. Anyway, we got a great show for you lined up. And you know where we're going to start? We're going to start on Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. All right, yes, that's what we're doing right now. Straggles and Sniggles. We have nasty girls on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Wait till you hear these nasty women, all right? This one's going to say right here, she's 30 years old and she's ovulating. Well, this is called baby rabies. Shout out to TFM and Sandman again. All right. And baby rabies, what baby rabies is basically when the woman is, at a point where normally she has at the tail end of her ability to procreate. She will get maybe some, she will get this feeling that she needs to procreate. So women will generally like, I don't want kids. I don't like kids. But of course, then she'll be around a kid. She'll be around a baby. Maybe her older sister or older brother, they're married and they have a child. And then now that woman is like, she didn't want babies, but now she's around a baby and she's like, oh, I want one of these. These are baby rabies. All right. And so older women, like in their 30s, they'll go their whole life with their period and throwing viable, healthy eggs. They'll be like, I want to party. They want to fuck, fornicate, take birth control, smoke crack. All right. Do lines of coca and having a party, but they don't want to settle down and have babies. Until they're at the near end of their fertility while they're thinking about it. Oh, no, the clock's about to run out. And then they're around children and they'll get baby rabies. But what happened is they'll also get horny. All right, they'll get horny as a result because obviously to have a baby, you got to have injection, fellas. All right. Ooh, ah. All right, so in order to have babies, you have to have injection, fellas. So what'll happen is they'll get super duper horny. This woman's going to describe the feeling when she's over 30 and ovulating. All right, let's see what this nasty woman's going to say here.
Crave all of my holes just being annihilated. Like, I want to hang my head off my island and just watch it go in and out of my throat. Just fucking use me. Just crave all of my holes just being annihilated. Like, I want to hang my head off my island and just watch it go in and out of my throat.
All the humanity.
Just fucking use me.
All the humanity.
Oh my goodness.
I am a nasty woman.
All right, fellas, there it is right there. See, part of the ovulation period in baby rabies is the woman becomes nasty.
I am a nasty.
All right, I want to see something go in and out of your throat too. All right, and that's definitely something in that. What's going on with your neck down there? All right, it's already messed up. All right, ma'am, you're disgusting. All right, this was.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, men only think about one thing. All right, guys. All right, do you want me to butter your tonsils or cream pie you? I'm trying to figure out what she's trying to accomplish. $2 Lana Del Rey. $2 Lana Del Rey. All right, what is Lana Del Rey talking about? All right, she wants it. Just use me. All right, I'll use you. All right. And I'm going to pull out. This is crazy.
just crave all of my holes just being annihilated. Like, I want to hang my head off my island and just watch it go in and out of my throat. Just fucking use me.
Oh my goodness. And she like to get choked too.
I like to get dominated.
Yeah, she does.
I like choked, whooped, spanked, told what to do. I need a man to take charge and let me just, be goofy.
Yeah, be careful, man. This crazy woman's gonna be your baby mama out here, and it's gonna be bad news. All right, it's gonna be bad news. She's gonna drag you in court. Trust me, I know women like this. I know. All right, be careful with this, man. 18 years of child support, all for a cream pie. I know. It seems like a good deal until it's not. All right, we're talking about 18 years, almost 2 decades of child support, sir. Be careful. It's a trap. It's a trap. We also have this nasty woman out here. Let's see what she's talking about. Let me see here. It says right here, men love, barbecue.
It's barbecue in there.
All right, you see her on your screen. Men love to have a woman drop that neck, and she's going to explain why.
If you've ever had a good bitch, it's been transformational. Like, your life is never the same, right? Like, let's just be honest. Men love bitches. Why do they love them? It's easy. And let's be honest, being a man is hard today. Being a woman is so easy. You go through life, if you're mildly attractive, I get free stuff all the time. I don't even ask for it. Sex is much easier for women. It just is. We just have to receive you. Yeah. For the man, you have to have enough relaxation. Then when you're actually having sex, you have to worry, am I hurting her? Am I going too fast? Is this too much for her? Oh shoot, I think I'm gonna climax again. I need to slow down. Like, there's all these things that are going through your mind. So Jay, you don't have to do any of that. You just sit there or stand or kneel, lay, whatever the arrangement is, and you just get to receive. It's the one time in your life where you don't have to think. Yes, you have to get the erection, but after that, you can just get pleasure. People demonize men for wanting sex and wanting J's. No, they need that. They need to feel that pleasure. They need to feel that release. They need to feel that, like, I can just chill for a minute, right? Because in life, they're out fighting. They're fighting dragons. They're protecting. They're providing. They're preserving their legacy. If you've ever had a good bitch,
oh man,
it's barbecue in there.
All right, did you see that ninja in there with Pearl Davis?
Niggas always gotta show they teeth.
All right, dang, she understands a man. All right, shout out to her. She's a nasty woman too.
I am a nasty.
All right, I saw Hafiz and Pearl Davis in the clip. Was that Hafiz and Pearl? All right, it's right there. It's the only thing. It's the only time a man can sit back, relax, and just. And the best is when she sucked the never mind. That was too much information there. This is a family show. But it's always best when she right down the gullet. All right, anyway, yeah. All right, we have another nasty woman here. Check her out right here.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, yes. Oh my goodness. All right, this is another nasty one right here. All right, so here we go right here. POV, your mom says the most out-of-pocket stuff in the middle of restaurants. All right, this is a Karen. All right, she has a Karen. She doesn't have the Karen haircut, but we definitely have a horny old woman. Here we go right here.
6th grade fantasy was to live in a house with a bunch of gay men and run a brothel.
That was your 6th grade fantasy?
You bet it was. I told my teacher that's what I wanted to do with my life.
Did you get sent to in-school suspension?
We didn't have in-school suspension. We had paddling.
Did you get paddled?
Yeah, I got paddled every day. That was no big deal. It's always be paddling me. Go down to the principal's office. Okay. You go for a paddling, you pretty much spend all day because you sit in a line with all the other kids that are there for paddling. My principal was not a principal. She was a dominatrix in disguise. I think she
Well, you'd think
enjoyed
she would understand the fantasy to...
Well, she probably appreciated it, but I still had to be paddled. You know, what kid is going around saying they want to live in a house with a bunch of gay men and own a brothel, trying to spank it out of me. The devil, I had the devil in me. My 6th grade fantasy was...
I like to get dominated.
I am a nasty woman.
The principal's paddling kids?
Oh, that's nasty.
R. Kelly's here. All right, there was a crime committed at your school out here.
Oh, that's nasty.
The principal liked to paddle kids, and she was a dominatrix. I mean,
oh, that's nasty.
Your 6th grade fantasy was to have a brothel with Duke shooters.
Trying.
And of course, we're the bad guys. We're the nasty ones. All right, and you got this woman out here, and boy, does she like to get choked.
I like to get dominated.
Yeah, she does.
I like to.
Choked, whooped, spanked, told what to do.
Yeah.
I need a man to
She
take
liked it.
charge and let me just, be goofy.
This is despicable, ladies. Come on, explain yourselves out here. Explain yourselves, ladies. All right, don't explain yourselves. We like these ladies. All right, we have this woman right here. You see her. All right, we have a white girl here. There we're there. Yep.
Where the white women at?
All right, this woman says how to live a soft life. All right, we hear these women wanting the soft life, and sometimes they're basically not saying they're going to give anything back. They're saying, well, a man's going to do what? He's going to give me a soft life. But this woman's going to find out. We're going to find out what it takes for her to live a soft life here. Here we go.
That's the sound that you should be waking up to in the morning. Definitely not beep, beep, beep. There's a few necessities in a relationship. Number 1, you need to be woken up with that good redhead Pac-Man. Walk, walk. Then, after you get woken up the right way, she goes and turns on your shower, packs your lunch, and lays out your clothes so that when you get out, you have clothes to put on, and then she kisses you and sends you off to work. And she makes sure that you have some gas or diesel in that truck. After that, she goes to bed for just a little while, and she sends you pictures when she wakes up, and sends you pictures of her cleaning the house and her cooking dinner, and then when you get back home, she's bent over on that bed. Y'all do the good deed, she turns on your shower, and then she has hot dinner on the table. Before bed, she gives you that good old redhead Pac-Man, and that is a successful, happy relationship.
Oh.
It's barbecue in there.
What, ma'am? Oh, my goodness. All right. Hey, man, what is going on? Okay. Put in the gas and the diesel, too. All right. And can I put a little in the Duke chute? I mean, I guess. All right, I'll put it up. The banana up the tailpipe, too. All right, that's how you get the soft life, ladies. That's what I'm talking about. Get this little pasty pale girl a dub here. All right, get her. And she been a nasty girl for a long time. She's nasty too. Ladies, that's how you do it. That's how you offer a soft life. All right, that's how you do it, ladies. Take notes. Hey, ladies, take notes. That's how you do it. I want a guy who can spoil me. All right. And ladies, this is how you get a guy to spoil you. Oh my goodness.
It's barbecue in there.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what was that again, ma'am? This is a family show, but she's going to tell us again. Oh, my goodness.
It's barbecue in there.
All right, that's how you do it. All right, that's how you do it. This is how you do it. All right, goodness. All right, talk about a trap. Talk about a trap. All right, just as long as she doesn't change her mind. I don't know about that. We got some nasty girls out here. All right. We also have this one right here. We have a ling ling right here. Oh, a little pocket ling ling. I love my pocket ling lings. All right, pocket, 4'11", 4'10", 4'9", 5'1". 5'2" gets a little less of a pocket ling ling, but I like my pocket ling lings. We have a pocket ling ling right here.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, we got a pocket ling ling. Let's see what happens here with this pocket ling ling.
如果说我是
爱你，
没
你是世界上最重要的人。
哦，
我
你最帅。
哦，
我没有前男友。
Oh my
还有
goodness.
事没？
Meow.
还有事没？你不爱丢吗？还有事没？
Oh.
没了。
哼，没事把你猪嘴闭上。
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, I don't know what she said, but
What kind of fuck you give me?
I think she likes to get dominated.
I like to get dominated.
All right. I like this pocket ling ling.
I cook, I suck, I shut the
All
fuck
right,
up.
is it Thursday? Cause all right, where do I get a pocket ling ling like this? All right, what was she even saying? All I heard was meow, meow. All right, that's all I heard. I want to put her in my pocket right now. Where is this pocket ling ling bitch?
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, I need this one right here. Did she try to hit me at the end?
American people ain't kind of fuck.
All right, that's a nasty woman. I don't know what she was saying, but I like it. All right, I want some of this action in my life. I need it. I need this pocket ling ling.
What kind of fuck you give me?
What did she say? All right, I don't even know. It's not even Thursday, but listen, it is what it is. All right.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
All right, where is it? I like it. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna see this again. I'm aroused, oddly aroused. I am definitely oddly aroused. And what country is this? All right, here we go.
过来的呀，如果说
啊，
我是说，
Oh.
没
你是世界上最重要的人。
Oh, Jesus.
我是说，
你最帅。
Oh.
我没有前男友。
Oh my goodness.
还有什么呀？
Oh my goodness. What'd she say? Meow 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 meow. That's what I heard. All right, I heard meow meow.
还有什么？
Oh, she said I want to get dominated right there. She said
I like to get dominated.
That's what she said.
不爱揪吗？
Oh. Little sassy little mouth I see there. I'm gonna do something with that sassy mouth.
还有什么？
I'm dominated.
I like to get dominated.
All right. She just meowing. That's all I hear.
没了。
Oh my goodness.
I like to get dominated.
That's all I hear her saying. I hear her saying.
What kind of fuck you give me?
That's all I hear.
没事，把你猪嘴闭上。
Oh, did she try to hit me? Oh, okay, you little pocket ling ling. You don't try to hit me because I'll jam you up. I'll have you like this, you little pocket ling ling. All right. I'll dominate you all right. Yes.
I like to get dominated.
All right. I'll dominate this little pocket ling ling. What's wrong with these nasty girls out here? These.
I am a nasty.
All right. These nasty women out here, I tell you. And the last one on Straggle and Sniggle Theater is Aaron the Plumber crashing out. I don't know if you remember this guy right here. Aaron the Plumber, or as people called him, the Ninja Turtle, because, you know, he has just his neck, you know, his body doesn't match his head. So he looks like he has a big shell, and then he has a little neck, and then a little head. His neck doesn't, his traps are nice, pause, but his little neck and his little head is a little kind of underdeveloped or under. All right, and so you guys remember him from Pop the Balloon. He was a guy that stood his ground against some strags, and we kind of defended him, and then it went left. Then he came out, and he had a whole bunch of issues. He had a fat pog that he domestic violated. He didn't have a job or a business. He was broke. All right, it didn't even work out for him, and he looked like a disgrace. Well, apparently a few weeks ago on a reality show, I can't show it, a woman that was formerly a man, a transgender or a transformer, put paws all over Aaron. And so he was talking that shit. Apparently the transgender didn't like it. And then Aaron tried to confront him, and then they squabbled up, and then Aaron got paws put all over him. All right. So apparently this is the aftermath of him getting paws put on him. And yes, we have a crash out. All right, so watch out for this guy right here, Emotional Ninjas, crashing out. All right, and he has his shirt off, and yes.
That's what it is. But bring this nigga, man. I can't sleep like this, bro. For real, this shit got a nigga dropping tears, nigga. That shit hurt a nigga pride, bro. Let me get my motherfucking paper. Period. Fuck that shit.
Oh no.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, bro. My pride hurt, nigga. Period. Nigga, Eric over here talking about nigga lying and shit. Fuck, I gotta lie for it. Nigga, most genuine nigga here, period, nigga. Nigga over here getting his ass whooped. These bitch ass niggas out here fucking these hoes. Outside the fucking hotel, bro. Erica, why would you entertain that? Why would you not get rid of these niggas? Fucking way, bro. That shit ain't nothing, nigga. Nigga, pride hurt, though. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Nigga, pride hurt, cause nigga, I ain't used to losing. Nigga, I need to get some get back, nigga, in a real motherfucking way, bro. Nigga, I get him up with any nigga on this earth, bro. I swear to God, I never been no coward. Any nigga that know me, that tell you, nigga, I ain't backing down from shit. Nigga, you beat my ass 10 times, nigga. I'ma get back up. But I promise you, nigga, when the opportunity present itself again, nigga, I'm gonna shine, nigga. In a real way, nigga. I'm in this position that I'm in right now is because I'm in pursuit of love. You're traveling through the desert, a sandy storm, but you're never gonna make it to the promised land. In a real way. If you look this nigga up right now, you can see the nigga's dick all over the motherfucking internet. But if you look me up, what can you see? You can't see my motherfucking dick. Nigga, you ain't sticking that shitty ass dick up in Erica, nigga. In a real way, but honestly, my motherfucking pride is hurt.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
What is going on? What is going on here? What is this going on? Sir, what the hell? Oh my God, no way. Oh my goodness. Man. Yes. Whoever defended that guy, yeah, sometimes you have to take a L. What are you talking about, sir? I don't have the context, so this sounds crazy. And you look crazy, sir. And squabble up, apparently, that Straggle in Sniggle Theater. Oh, my goodness.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Yeah, man, we need some help out here. We need help. All right, we need help out here, man. This shit is crazy. I need to get my get back in a real way. I need to get my get back in a real way. All right, let me see here. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Hold on for a second. Somebody's messaging me. All right, there we go right there. In a real way, when I hear in a real way, that's always a red flag to me. All right, that's a red flag when somebody say, I got to do it in a real way. Shout out to our legendary. We got to honor the legends in this space, including myself, honoring the legends here. You guys know the legend, and his name is Corey Holcomb. He's a legend in this space. Lots of people that were these red pill guys say, I said it first. I did it first, but really there were people that did it way before us, way before us. We have we have people like Patrice O'Neal. They weren't red pill though. We had people like, Mark Rudolph. We had people like Corey Holcomb. These people were way before us and taking a risk. Even Socrates and Plato were way before us. Linda, even the Bible was way before us. So a lot of these people, like myself, I'm rather new. Even to the new people, I'm new, right? I'm new. I've just been doing this since 2017, putting in my work. But some of these people have been doing it for years, and even many comedians that were mainstream, they were putting in their work as well. Tom Likas, Paul Elam, thank you. All right, Paul Elam, Tom Likas. These people have been putting in work. They weren't red pill, but they were putting in work, putting out the information. All right, but we got Corey Holcomb. So he says this about some of your dating prospects, and he's really talking to women, but it's also talking about men. All right, and talking about men. Men, listen up to this message. Ladies, you too. For everybody that thinks they're out here and they have options. And the reality is this.
Say to every woman out there, this statement cannot be magnified enough. You are who you fuck.
Oh, sir.
Oh, the humanity.
Nobody gotta know who you fuck, but you are who you fuck. Remember that, ladies, because if you could do better, you would do better. But you can't do better. That's why dude over there with you right now, telling you to shut the fuck up and listen to Corey. There's nobody in this world better for you than the last guy that fucked you. Remember that. The last guy who slept with you, that is your purpose. I know you're afraid of it. I know you're not happy about it. You're ashamed of it. But every woman out there, the last guy who pulled out and rolled over away from you, that is the best thing you got going in this world. These are God's words.
He said these are God's words. These are God's words. The last guy that pulled out, skeeted on your belly button, and rolled over and passed out is the best you gonna do. That's the best you gonna do. Oh, my Lordy. These are God's words. Where did God say that, sir? I don't know if God said that, but yeah, I'm going to tell you. I'll give it to you, sir, because you're a legend. You deserve it. Shout out to you, man. Ay, ay, ay. You know, that's an interesting scene. He pulled this shit out and just, you know what I mean? And that was the best. That's the best you got. I'm giving you the best that I got. Oh, no, sir. And you too, ninjas from North Carolina. All right, you Mr. Obese Chasers. That's the best you can get. What was his name? Daryl? Cheryl and Daryl. That's the best you going to get, fellas. All right, you're banging on a fat woman. That's probably not the best you can get, but maybe you were just practicing. All right, maybe you were just practicing. Sometimes we need practice, girls. All right, you'd be like, all right, I ain't doing nothing else. Shout out to the legendary brother from Tupelo and Memphis, respectively. It is Roderick Miller. He says, tithes and offerings, keep teaching. Shout out to Memphis. And that is a sponsorship. Appreciate you, Roderick. It's in the building. Mr. Miller in here always dropping some support by the end of the week. And guess what? Everybody's just got paid Friday night. All right, anyway. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you all the way from Memphis. Represent. All right, what do we got here? We got Kaylin. Kaylin, welcome to the show. Kaylin says, what's up, coach? After watching yesterday's stream, you'd have to wonder if men would actually start turning a little Duke shooter. Statistically speaking, the couples that are like that are cheaper than, well, I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this chat. I'm going to end this one. All right, I'm not reading this.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
It's never been a thought of mine to do that. All right, I'll go to be a sugar daddy all my life, been to do that.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
All right. Yeah, I'll take the more expensive route. So I'll end it right there just to save everybody face and just to make sure this space does not get tagged with that. Brayon says, coach, I just had to make a manual child support payment and I'm sick. Hold up for a second. A manual child support payment? What does that mean, a manual child support payment?
What that mean?
Okay. All right. A manual child support payment. What is that? You had to go down there and manually put it in? Pause. All right. I don't know about that, man. That's crazy. All right. What did you do? All right. Or did they bump up your child support? Shout out to our brother here. Juan Palmera says, that may have been the craziest Straggle and Sniggle theater ever. Shout out to you and shout out to you, man. Damn, the Straggle and Sniggle nasty girls out there. I'm trying to find that little pocket ling ling. Anybody?
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, what country is that? Right, here we go. Let's get to the bag. We can always boss up. We can always boss up, man. And then bossing up is not that expensive, man. Go ahead and get the boss up. Shout out to our brother. Mo Muhammad says, seeking your permission to use what you said last night. When you are dealing with women, you got to be winter cold as a pimp's eyes. He says, and can I get the Mitch song one good time? Appreciate you, coach. You have permission to use it. You have to have it cold in the pimp's eyes. Where's my Mitch ass ninja song? Where the Mitches at, by the way? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Where my bitches at already? They ain't here already. These Mitch ass niggas. Yes, indeed. Shout out to our brother here. It is the Kid Hustle says, what's up, coach? Sandman is still on YouTube. Just type Sandman MGTOW. The legend is still going strong. Shout out to Sandman. All right. Hi, everyone. Sandman here. Who grew up on Sandman? Press 1 in the chat if you grew up watching Sandman. Like if you came up and he was one of the first people you found. Mostly if you found this space before 2020, you might have bumped into Sandman. All right. And then he would be up in there. Hi, everyone. Sandman here. All right. This video is sponsored by the Brave browser. You know what I mean? He was just saying what he says here. All right. Shout out to you right there. Press 1 in the chat if you want to shout out Sandman for this weekend. All right. You see me giving respects to the legends. You see me giving respect to the legends. That's how you give respect. The Canadian guy. I once heard his voice without the, scripted videos. It was a little different than it was there. I wonder if the Sandman watches me. He knows me, though. He knows who I am. The Resurrected Simp Enforcer, CGA. I went back to family court for threat accusations. The audio shows my baby mama terrorist threatening me, and I did not make one threat. Hopefully, the judge throws the accusations out. Well, that could happen. That could happen. They could throw the accusations out. Still, though, you must go through the proper channels of the court, which the court is going to drag that shit out like crazy. It could last for 60, 90 days. You might go through an emergency hearing. You might go through a hearing. Then you still got to go through what they would call, they're going to call it a trial, but this basically should conclude at the hearing. But if it doesn't, then you got to go through, because you'll have to go through some sort of mediation, maybe some counseling and stuff like that. You'll have to submit your evidence. It's just a disaster. An absolute disaster. So shout out to you. Sad to hear that she took you through for a threat. And yes, guys, when your baby mama terrorist is trying to get control of you, she's going to make up. She's going to make up all kind of things. Yep, like you threatened her. And she'll come in with screenshots of text messages blowing up this big on one sheet of paper, each text. Everything out of context. She'll come up with voicemails, and now you got to defend yourself. That's how the courts work. You got to defend yourself. It ain't just going to be the judge. Guys, this is not how court works. The judge isn't going to do this. All right, so we're here for this hearing. Go ahead and play the video. That's not how it works. Right? That's not how it works. All right, that might happen later on, but the initial hearing is going to be like, and he threatened me, and he did this and that and this and that. So you're going to submit all kind of evidence that not submitting, all kind of, circumstantial evidence. My kid said this, and they said that, and a whole bunch of shit, and they'll be like, all right, we're going to set a hearing for 90 days away. All right. And that'll give you time to hire a lawyer, get your evidence, submit your evidence. Please do not just depend on the audio. Please build your case. This is what I'm going to tell guys. Build your case other than the audio. So that means you need to go back to find threatening text messages. You need to find where she manipulated and gaslighted you. You need to build a case. Don't just sit there and be like, the judge will hear the video and then it'll exonerate me. No, it won't. All right. They're just... By the time you get to the judge listening to the video or the audio, that shit's going to be about a year and a half away. Please, guys. You guys don't know what you're getting into. No government name, coach. What do you think is a bigger accomplishment, having an 800 credit score or being debt-free? The 800 credit score. Right? Debt-free. You can be debt-free and have a 450 credit score. So 800 is hard to get. In fact, we talked about it on the Money Mindset. Not that many people have an 800 credit score or above. And there's certain things that you would have to have even to achieve that, even if you have good credit. 800 credit score for sure is up there. Ivan says, that was me with the deployed dude. He says right here, she was married to a third guy. She is back with her husband. All right. The deployed dude right there. He's deployed, and Jody got your girl, as they say. Clapping your girl's cheeks while you're in deployment, writing love letters and shit. 4-page letter, and I enclosed it with a kiss. ass ninja. All right, calling her on that big ass phone with the block cell phone out in the middle of the desert, waiting for you to get on the goddamn line. Phone check, nigga. Let me get on the line. All right, my girl waiting for me. I'm going to wish her a happy birthday. You singing, I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. Dun, 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 dun. I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. Back in the barracks. Jody is cream pieing and clapping your girl's cheeks. All right. Your girl is bending over naked while she leaning on the dresser. Booyah. He looking at her from the rear. She look just like Vanessa, the right stuff. Not Vanessa with the singing career, but the X-rated video queen. Know what I mean? All right, here's the scene. You're lying on your back with your head on the edge of the bed. The booty's 2 feet from the head to your A. Take the time to find a condom. B, you walk right over and you pound the C. You tell her that you want her love where the answer is D. All of the above, so you're freaking. The furniture squeaking. She's tweaking, saying that she's weak in the knees. And pound for pound, you're taxing it and waxing it and working it around till that booty start making that clapping sound, which is cool, but your friends are chilling in the other room. The clapping's getting louder. You don't want them to clown you. All right, anyway, why am I rapping and singing today? It's Friday. It's the weekend, brothers. Hey, shout out to y'all, man.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
All right, because we're the freaks of the industry. Know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, the freaks of the industry. All right, and when you see us out here, be prepared to G. All right, anyway, man, get the likes up, man. I'm over here tap dancing and shuffling. I'm dancing like Daffy Duck, and y'all ain't hitting the like button. Give me the likes, don't pass the scroll. Mugga, 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 below. Y'all need to hit the like button, man. Come on, man. Hit the like button. All right. Cody Draper says, Coach, what is the key to get a woman sexually attracted and aroused for women? Something like that. It says there's a typo there. Something like Christian Grey. Well, first of all, you gotta unlock that. She's got to be able to feel that. She's got to be interested in that. She's got to be curious. Okay, she's not gonna do this with every guy. So first of all, she's got to have that. She's got to be aroused. She got to have that arousal. She's got to be interested in it. Maybe she reads some of those smut books that they read, or they go home and they play themselves, or they watch a lot of prawn, or they play Sims with the the prawn on the background. All right, so they got to be interested in it, and then they got to be attracted to you. I got to be attracted to you. Then all of a sudden you got to be there. You got to have the experience to be able to deal with it. If you're not ready yet, don't fake the funk with a nasty dunk, because most of y'all ain't nasty out here. Most of y'all be ooh, Most of y'all got 5-stroke specials, 2 pump chump. Y'all not ready for it, man. Y'all not ready for it. But yes, she got to have that desire for you. She got to have that fire through the fire. Yeah, you can't negotiate this. She's got to be overly attracted and aroused and trusting you that you can handle this. And a lot of y'all don't know where to cross the line because y'all still scared of cases and shit. I don't want to go to court, Coach. Well, if you're thinking you don't want to go to court, please don't try this. Because they're not taking men to court for this. Could you get taken to court for this? Yep. But y'all be out here trying to, can I touch you? All right. You be trying to touch her and can I pet your hair? Do you consent for me to nibble on your nipple? It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. 2 pump chump. It ain't going to happen for you, man. And you need experience. This is why, again, like I said, we can talk about Pookie and Ray Ray. We can talk about Sugar Daddy and all of this stuff. But the reality is women seek out men who are experienced, who they know can be comfortable with stuff. All right. Who gonna hit that bottom? And when she's not gonna tell you to do, very few women will tell you to do this. They're not gonna tell you to pull their hair. Can you pull my hair just right? They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna say, you know what I like? I like when you choke me. Very few women will do that. They're not gonna tell you to bite her nipple. I like them bit very hard. You know, they're not gonna tell you that. Now, if you start doing it, they'll tell you. Or when you start doing it, they'll tell you not to do it. Don't do that. I don't like that. They'll tell you, I don't like that. No. Or they'll take your hand. You'd be like, slide it up right here. Just so. And then she'll go, okay, now you know. But if you go, get that neck. All right. Guess what she's going to do? She's going to say, as soon as you do it.
Okay, Daddy.
All right. I like that. That's what she's going to say. And then her face will turn red. And then then you'll feel you'll feel her muscles inside of her vagina twitch. That's what she's going to say.
Okay, Daddy.
So, you know, for the guys that are in 2018, well, that's how you catch a case. All right. If you're still saying shit like that, well, guess what? Going to be walking around with dry dick. All right. But let me remind you guys of this. All right. I'm going to remind you guys. Let's go through the paces because a lot of you guys are getting ahead of yourself. Number one, you have to first go your own way. You have to go monk mode first. Ninjas is trying to skip from no pussy to choking. You try to go from no pussy to dominating. You're trying to go from 5-stroke special and Minute Man to pulling a woman's hair back. It ain't working like this, guys. You got to slowly build. So number one, you got to go monk mode. Number two, you got to adopt the free agent lifestyle principles. You got to grow as a man. Number three, you got to run your fucking bag up. All right. You got to boss up. You got to boss up. And then number four, you got to start getting some experience. So you have to be able to have, somebody says, supreme confidence. Yes, I know it's passe and no confidence, but yes, you got to have confidence. It's a process. You know, a lot of guys aren't going to be able to do this and pull this off in their 18, 19, 20, 22, 24. You're not going to be able to pull this off, and women don't have trust in you like that. All right, the minute you start broaching these things here, they're going to be like, what are you doing? You know, if a woman says this, what are you doing? All right, when you're about to do something from her, she ain't ready. She's not ready. If she, you know, who remembers these days? I don't deal with women like this. Obviously, I'm an older man, but even younger women, they ready to go already. I ain't got no people out here playing goof games with me. But look, who remembers the days where everything you are going to do to her, she was like, what are you doing? What are you doing with that? Where are you going to put that? Where are you going to do this? And everything, she was extra like uncomfortable and dodging and ready for you to do. All right, you flip her over and she'd be like, where are you putting it? Like, relax, bitch. Relax. If she's like that, leave her alone, bruh. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. No, she's not ready. She's not ready. She still got some hang up. She needs some experience. She's not ready for you to pull her hair. She ain't ready. Leave that shit alone. I would leave her alone completely. Who remember that shit? So you guys got to follow the steps. I know we talk about the JUCO here. This is advanced level. This is advanced level free agent lifestyle. Don't just jump and you a lame over to the JUCO. You still got to go through monk mode, free agent lifestyle, build yourself up, treat yourself, run your bag up, boss up. Then you got to be able to experience, and then you got to have experiences, man. Okay. So y'all jumping ahead and wondering, oh, how can I get to the point where I can start slapping her on the ass? All right. She'll let you, you'll know. But the guys who get charges filed on them are the guys that don't know how to do it. It ain't the ones that know how to do it. It's the ones that don't know how. And she's like, what are you doing? And you'll be like, I'm talking to you. I want to dominate you and grab you by the hair and shit. And you telling them and they like, nah. Nope. All right. And then she's going to put charges on you because you're going to put all kind of marks on her and shit, trying to choke her out. Bitch, I heard you like to get dominated. and then you're going to jail because you goofy. All right, anyway, last one, and then we'll get back to the part of the show called Crime and Law CGA. Donnie Yee. We need to calculate our cost per punani ratio. He says, I first calculated the cost per hour for Ling-Lings at my JUCO. Then I calculated what a divorce would cost me. As it turns out, the divorce would cost me 10,492 hours at the JUCO. So it's free agent lifestyle for life at some particular point. All right. All right. At some particular point, you just say, man, it is way more cost efficient. It's made not cheaper, it's efficient. I know people say, well, coach, you're saying it's cheaper, but isn't it cheaper for this? We're not saying pursue something because it's cheaper. We're saying cost effective. What's more practical? All right. Practical is not cheap. So he's saying it costs you 10,000 hours at the JUCO just to go through a marriage and a divorce. Indeed. Don Yee with the calculations. Larry C. and Don Yee got the calculators out. Shout out to our men in this space that are being more pragmatic. And the last thing that somebody said in the chat, and this is correct, don't forget about the aftercare. Aftercare is important. We promote aftercare because we're mature men. We're not out here. We're not sneaky fuckers. We're not these weasels out here that think, I'm going to just be dicking the girl down and then toss her to the side. Aftercare is important. So whenever you're doing, and that is the truth, know that aftercare is important. Now, some guys think they're not going to do aftercare. This is when you catch a case. Because you don't know what you're doing, and then you don't take care of the girl afterwards. And then you're like, well, I shouldn't have to. And okay, keep going with that. All right, I'm going to tell you, it's probably better to go ahead and do the aftercare. And aftercare can be as innocent as just giving her a little bit of assurance. All right, in domination culture, aftercare is important. You can reassure her. You can make sure she gets home. Make sure she gets in the taxi or the Uber. All right, give her a gift bag. You need some snacks. All right, reassure her you're good. I don't think you're a bitch. I called you a bitch and a whore while I was choking you, but I know you're a cool girl. And you liked it, but you're a cool girl. You're not a bitch and a whore. You were just a nasty whore when I was choking you. Okay? Making sure you can do whatever you want. You can give her money. You can give her a gift card. You get whatever you want. You can make sure, call me when you get home. She gets home. You say, oh, okay, I'm glad you came. Did you like it? And then she says, I love the evening that we did and everything that we did. Thank you, Daddy. And then that's all you need, aftercare. I'll see you next week. All right, just to make sure, hey, you were cool. I'll see you again. Now, you don't have to follow through, but these are aftercares. All right, these are examples of taking care of. Make sure you're cleaning up your mess. Cleaning up your mess, because when women go home, trust me, their mind starts running and racing. And they start thinking things that are going to be problematic for you if you don't clean it up. If you stop responding and you ghost her after you did all of these things, yeah, she's going to start maybe getting a little squeamish. And her mind's going to be racing. And she's going to be like, damn, that sucks. That's the worst you're going to get. That's the best case scenario. She's just saying, damn, that sucks. Okay. Or she could be like, I can't believe I let another one of these guys get away with that shit. I mean, now you're fucked. So this is aftercare. A lot of guys, they're immature guys. They'd be like, I shouldn't have to do this for a woman. Okay, go ahead. I mean, I could agree with you. We shouldn't have to do it. But if you understand women, go ahead and do it. And you would rather her say, stop bugging me, as opposed to why you ghost me, why you treat me like shit. You rather her say, stop bugging me, as opposed to saying, why did you treat me like shit? All right, so you want to make sure, did you get home? All right, good morning. How's everything good? You feeling good? How's your dookie hole? Is it still bleeding? You know what I mean? Like, you want something to drink? You want a water before you go? I had a woman say this to me real quick here because it's real serious, man. Sex is serious. I know we joke about it and you think it, but it's very serious. I had a woman say this, like, she thought that maybe she was having some little pain or some discomfort, all right, because it was, well, I'll just say this.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
And she thought there might have been a little spotting as a result. Well, it happened another time, and then I didn't The second time I was like, oh, is everything all right? Well, she remembered the first time that I didn't say, or I didn't ask, is everything all right? She remembered the first time right here. She remembered the first time that she mentioned it, that I didn't care. So she was like, oh, you care now. And I was like, what? She was like, well, when I said that last time, you didn't care. That's an example, gentlemen. That's an example, gentlemen, of how women's minds work. Okay, that's an example of how women's minds work. She said the first time I said it, you said you didn't care. You didn't respond. You didn't. But the second time it happened, I was like, oh, is everything all right? That's all I said. I didn't be like, oh, let me check. I was like, are you good? So I'm telling you, the littlest things with them matter, are big. The littlest things are big to them. So you might think we shouldn't have to do this. Well, I mean, you guys, I'm telling you, that shit catches up fast. That's all what we're talking about with this shit testing. The assurance, the reassurance, you're good, the comfort, the security, the whole, okay, I respect you as a person, even though you're a nasty girl. So it's wild. It's weird. But as guys, if you want to be out here safe as you possibly can, you must honor that aftercare is important. Aftercare is important. They literally have the hamster wheel going through their head. Us on the other hand, we can move on quite quickly from an encounter. Women, whether they're a 304 or not, they typically don't. All right. It doesn't matter. We showed you that big girl, the big 6'1" girl, how much these encounters affect them. They have memories, and then when they're left by themselves, that's when their mind race. And then they start coming up with scenarios and why they were victimized and why something didn't work out and why you were an asshole, why you didn't care, even if it was a 304. We've proven this. So you better make sure you cover your ass when you're dealing with them. Or my thing is stop dealing with them because you're going to find out the hard way. Aftercare for the win. Let's get to it. Crime and Law CGA. We got criminals out here. Oh, you know what? Before we do Crime and Law CGA, it is Good Egg Greg. All right, what do you think about this? Do you agree with this saying right here? It's a video. Whose voice is this? I don't know. But it's got music on the background. Here we go.
There are no handsome or ugly men after the age of 30. It's either you're rich or poor. At 30, your looks no longer define you. Your bank account does. Women aren't checking for a pretty face. They're checking for status, power, and financial security. By this age, you've either built something for yourself, or you're just another man struggling to stay afloat. In your 20s, you could rely on potential, charm, and youthful energy. But after 30, the game changes. You're either a boss or a liability. You're either commanding respect or begging for opportunities. No one respects a grown man with no ambition, no assets, and no direction. The world doesn't owe you anything, and time doesn't wait. Every day you waste is another step toward irrelevance. Women don't respect broke men. Society ignores them, and life punishes them. Your grind, discipline, and mindset are the only things that separate the winners from the forgotten. No one cares about how good-looking you were in high school or how much potential you had at 25. If you're broke, you're invisible. If you're rich, you're undeniable. Money makes the rules. Status opens doors. Power demands respect. Your rent doesn't care about your excuses. Your bank account doesn't care about your feelings. The world only moves for those who take control and force it to respect them. If you're not building, you're declining. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not winning, you're losing. Every man has two choices. Be the hunter or be the hunted.
Oh, shit.
Be the man who writes the checks or the one who waits for payday.
Oh.
Be the man who controls the room or the one standing in line hoping for a chance.
God damn.
Success is not given, it's taken.
Oh.
Power is not handed out, it's earned. Wealth is not stumbled upon, it's built brick by brick, with discipline and vision. The time for waiting is over. The time for hoping is gone. Now is the time to move, to build, to dominate. A man without money is a man without options.
Oh.
He moves like a servant, not a king. He asks for permission instead of taking what's his. He settles for scraps instead of commanding the feast.
Shit.
The world is a battlefield, and only warriors survive. The weak begin. The strong take. The poor complain. The rich strategize. The ones who hesitate get left behind.
Shit.
The ones who act become legends. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You need a mission, a goal, a purpose so strong that no obstacle, no distraction, no setback. There are no hands.
Oh my goodness. In other words.
Boss up, nigga.
In other words.
Boss up, nigga.
In other words.
Boss up, nigga.
Let's go in 2024. Shit. All right. If you want your daily affirmation, all right, if you need a daily affirmation, I would just play this on repeat every morning. All right, if you wanted to know where you stand in life, oh, nigga, you don't need none of all this. You don't need that. You could just have the mouthpiece. If you needed a daily affirmation, that was it. That was it. Yikes. All right, goodness gracious. All right, so what I'll do is on Locals, all right, on the free account people on Locals, I'm going to post this on Locals, and I'll pin it to the top. You can grab it. You can grab it on Locals. All right, goodness gracious. That was some hard-hitting facts right here. Oh, my goodness. Daily affirmations. All right, we'll post it and pin it to Locals. This is also for the free people right there. Yes, you free booty-ass ninjas. Just create an account on Locals and pin the news feed. We'll go ahead and pin it for 12 hours. That is going to be your daily affirmations right over there on Locals. That's good at Greg. Crime and Law CGA up right here. A cow king or a twin bed too. Okay. All right, we got our brother here. Crime and Law CGA. We have the X to the Z exhibit. Former rapper for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. He was on The Chronic 2001. He also had his own solo success. He was also the host of Pimp My Rides TV show on MTV. Well, I covered this divorce with the X to the Z. And his ex-wife is one of these women that you wish you would never have.
Straight Jack.
All right. She definitely a funny-faced, light-skinned woman. Shout out to Cat Williams. And also, guess what happened? She ended up doing some, sneaky things to try to get details about Exhibit supposedly hiding money from her during their initial divorce. All right. And she went so far as to, talk to her brother talk to Exhibit's brother. And Exhibit's brother was throwing him under the bus, giving details about him hiding information from the ex-wife in the divorce. Well, the ex-wife is not going away. Exhibit's estranged wife says, I need $30,000 monthly support. Quote, we can't afford designer clothes anymore.
Gotcha, bitch.
She probably filed for this divorce. It says Exhibit's estranged wife is back in court. They love court, y'all. These hoes love court. These bitter bitches love court. They love court. They will take you to court quick, all because you married them. It says she's back in court claiming she's still experiencing extreme financial hardship since they split in 2021. And now she's asking the judge to force the rapper to fork over more to get back to the luxury life she once had. There she is right there. All right. She looks slightly better in this photo. TMZ Hip Hop obtained court docs by X's ex. Her name is Krista Joyner on Thursday, hoping to modify her existing spousal support from the West Coast rapper after she says her lifestyle has been Downgraded. Okay. Well, we know what happened there.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke? Dead, flat, stony broke. I've got $3.85 in my
Ma'am,
purse.
you can get a job. Go get a job. It says, according to Krista, she and her 12-year-old son she shares with Exhibit had to move out of their 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house that they were renting for $10,000 a month. And she doesn't have the means to buy herself or her son designer clothes. Exhibit says, Krista says she's unable to pay her bills, car insurance, or take weekend trips, and claims Exhibit would rather spend his money on his girlfriend's luxury car instead of paying for his son's private school tuition. This is a dangerous bitter broad right here. I mean, bitter bitch. She also claims Exhibit hasn't made any attempts to see their son since September 2024. Cap. That is cap. No, you haven't allowed him to see the son because you're a bitter broad trying to get more money out of him. So that's not a surprise. In addition, there are also incidences of domestic violation. It says Krista calls Exhibit and his girlfriend, Valerie Eagleson, and it says right here, they claim that they fought her in front of their son at a studio in August of 2022, like almost 2 years ago, that left her with skin abrasions. And look at this muskrat. Damn, X. I mean, listen. Oh, we got some Filipinas in the front right there. There go some peanuts. All right.
What kind of fuck you give me?
There go some chinas right there. Look at the chinas.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
All right. But the Exhibits girl, bruh. I bet you he at the JUCO right now. Oh, this was in 2015. Ugh. All right. She looked, well, I can't say it. She also claims Exhibit slammed their son's head on the table for having memes of ex's girlfriend on the phone. Yeah, I don't think so. Of course, bruh, we got all, this is the basic script of a bitter, broke baby mama ex terrorist.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke?
All right, that's crazy. He slammed the son's head on the table. False. That's not true. These kids, she be having the kids make shit up. Into the skin abrasions of a scrap. False. Unable to pay her bills, car insurance. Baby, you a grown-ass woman. You a grown-ass woman. Go get a job. She asked the court to increase her existing spousal support. Oh, man. Okay, there's Exhibit again. Damn, does she look old as fuck? I mean, she looked like an old mob boss wife. She looked like an old mob boss wife. Damn, son. And she cooked too. Ain't nobody picking this slack up. She got nipple rings on. Okay, goodness. Exhibit, son. Hey, listen, my ex ain't that good looking either, so I do way better than that now. Hey, man, look, I'm telling you, when you down, hey, man, this is why you don't pick when you down bad. Right here. This is why you don't pick your girl when you down bad. Because, nigga, men grow up and we get older, wiser, and stronger. And, yeah. So when we're in our 20s and we pick our girl, nigga, and you grow big, become big and famous, and that's still your wife. All right, goodness. She look crazy, man. Oh, look at that. Oh, she ain't got no neck or nothing. All right, anyway. Okay, it says right here, she asked the court to increase her existing child support to $9,300 per month and the spousal support to $21,000 per month. Plus, she wants a finding that Exhibit owes her $750,000 in arrears. Oh, my Lord. She's also looking for Exhibit to cough up $300,000 in attorney's fees. Yeah, this is the baby mama from hell, man. This is the baby mama for hell. And Krista's previous child support order was based on the rapper making $25,000 per month, but she is now convinced that he earns a minimum of $134,000 a month based on bank statements. How did you get his bank statements? How did you get his bank statements? I bet you she got them from the brother. We reached out to X. No word back yet. But He's dealt with similar proceedings in the past with his ex-wife. Yep. And she ain't going away. So how old is the son? I think he is 12 years old. If I'm not mistaken, I read that my reading comprehension is not the best. Oh, yep, that was right. All right, 12 years old. Gentlemen, let's do the math. He has 6 years of this bullshit. 6 years of this woman making his life a living hell. Okay, 6 more years of this bullshit. And she gonna keep trying him and testing him. He's got to move money around and create LLCs and, you know, tell people to pay his corporation. She done went into the nigga's bank account, all right, and she in there, you know, of course, delusions of grandeur. She will say, oh, you make all this money. You don't know what my expenses is. This is what the business makes. All right, my expenses are these. Unfortunately, you know, you can't talk them off the ledge. And we got a bitter broke baby mama. So she's also damaging the kids. Anytime you see a baby mama do that, the kids are being extremely damaged. All right, because she's fighting in front of them. She's talking about this in front of the kids, or the kid is a third party to the information because she's all on the phone. She ain't got no job. So all day, this type of stress and anxiety is being transferred to the child. And because the child does feel sorry for the mom, the child will go into damage mode and maybe hate the father or become estranged from the father because the mother's hurting. Just, mom, dad, why are you hurting mom? I love mom. I love dad, but you're hurting her. Why don't you just do what she tells you to do? Why are you stealing money? Why are you hiding money? Why don't you come see me? Why? You know, this bitter baby mama definitely syndrome is, we allow this shit to happen. The courts allow it. And there are toy soldiers that she winds up to, you know, go after exhibit. And I don't believe a word this broad says. She's a broke bitch and she's desperate and bitter. So I don't believe a word she says. Anyway, Crime and Law CGA moves on here. We got this guy right here, a Border Patrol agent who was, committing treason. Apparently, this guy was Cartello affiliated, but he worked for the United States Border Patrol. And he took a deal. Let me see if I can go ahead and read what happened. I'm not going to read all of this. Allegedly, a Border Patrol agent accused of being a Mexican drug cartel member was arrested after his wife's lavish lifestyle raised major red flags. According to this report, lavish trips to Dubai and designer clothing for a federal Border Patrol agent's wife was allegedly funded by his suspected membership of the Mexican drug cartel. All right. They alleged that Manuel Manny Perez Jr., an agent for the U.S. Customs and Border Protection in El Paso, Texas, had been bankrolled to the tune of $300,000 and $400,000 a year by the La Linea, the armed wing of the Juarez drug cartel. In a testimony, Perez was arrested after getting paid to let illegal immigrants and drugs into the United States, but also of being a member of the cartello that was paying him, according to the prosecutors. And it says, now sources say his wife's jet-set lifestyle, her extravagant social media posts, and his own team of personal bodyguards were red flags prior to his arrest. He went to party in Juarez, Mexico, just south of El Paso, all the time with bodyguards, and him and his wife would always go on trips to Dubai in Las Vegas with all the designer clothes. Multiple witnesses said he belonged to the cartel in Mexico, an investigator said for the Border Patrol, and they testified to this in court. And let's go ahead and go down here. That's all we'll say. There he is right there, sir. And the cartello. All right, anybody that hangs out in Juarez, you got to be brave. All right, because they will cut your head off in Juarez. All right, and there he is getting arrested. But apparently they're saying that his wife's lavish lifestyle, dude was living lavish. All right. And he was living lavish, and his wife's Instagram post, social media post, is what sparked off. Right? Sparked off his ass getting caught.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, man. Oh, we got this on Crime and Law CGA. We got a very lengthy Crime and Law CGA, so buckle your seatbelt. We're going to talk about a lot of crimes out here. We have a woman that says her brother got fired for I don't know if it's her brother, but she says bro. Bro performed the Heimlich maneuver on a coworker, a female coworker, then got called into the human resources department. Okay, here we go.
He performs a Heimlich, but then gets called into HR. Yes, that's what happened to my brother. So he works for a company that has an on-site cafeteria on campus, okay? So it works out great for many of the employees. Him and his team, before a presentation, went down for lunch. I think it was a team about 6 to 8. I don't remember the exact number. They went down for lunch, and one of the girls on the team started coughing really bad. Everyone at the table was like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? And she's like, yes, 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 until she did this whole motion, right? And then she starts pointing at her throat. So obviously that's the motion of I'm choking, okay? And so my brother quickly gets up because he was sitting next to her and does the Heimlich, which then dislodges whatever that was stuck in her throat, food or some sort. And so she turns around, she say, hey, thank you so much. And then one of the other girls took her to the bathroom. He thought that was the end of it. Apparently not. 2 days later, he gets called into HR. He's a little bit confused about what's going on. They stated that there's an investigation open on him for SA. Apparently, she reported him for SA because she felt the touch during the Heimlich was inappropriate. Their bodies were too close, and that she could feel his private.
Oh, no.
They took his statement. They said they're going to investigate. So he said it took about a week or so. They called him back in, and they said that he was cleared.
Oh, Jesus.
He performs a Heimlich, but then gets called into HR. Yes, that's what happened to my brother. So he works for a company that has an on-site cafeteria on campus, okay? So it works out great for many of the employees. Him and his team, before a presentation, went...
All right, I guess. Gotcha, damn, I can't tell when the video started or ended. All right, this Ling just talking.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, okay, that's going to get me sent to the Human Resource Department. All right, what do you think about that story on Crime and Law CGA? This is crazy. All right, but it sounds about white. Sounds about white. What about this? According to Fathers Lives Matter and Red Pill Awareness, and looks like a brother that we know very well. Jamaican women have the highest paternity fraud in the world. Oh, new world. All right, Jamaican women have the highest paternity fraud in the world. Bumba clot and pussy clot. All right, this is crazy here. This is our brother here. His name slips my mind, but you guys know him. Sterling Cooper. It just met my mind right here. All right, let's see what he has to say about this.
Nigerian women rank second highest on paternity fraud in the whole world. And guess who ranks number one? Jamaican women.
All right, with the music, sir. All right, let's continue here. DNA company in Jamaica reveals that 47% found out that they were not the father after conducting DNA paternity and relationship tests last year. All right, Bumba clot. And it says 2024 statistics, adverse results here, saying that there's a national average of Bumba clot paternity test failures. All right. I don't know my Jamaican geography here, so I don't know what's going on here and where's what. Pussy clot. But the blood clot. Yeah, man, you are not the pappy of that chocolatey baby.
I'm pappy.
In Jamaica, I guess in Jamaica, you can trust no bitch out there. That's definitely the case out there. Jamaican women, the carry beans out here. Okay, is there another slide? Bumba clot. Rasta clot, too. And Shaba. All right, goodness. All right, that's bad. If a woman says she's pregnant with your kid in Jamaica, all right, you can almost say, Bussy clot, that is not your daddy. It's not your baby. Wait for the DNA test. Wait for the DNA test. This is crazy. All right, not have a baby in Jamaica. All right, 62%. It says the highest paternity fraud. 62% of babies have the wrong pappy in Jamaica.
I'm pappy.
All right, mud clot. What the blood clot? What's all these clots that's going on there? Is that a cloth? All right, they got a blood cloth. They have a bumba cloth. They have a pussy cloth down there. Shaba, be careful when you're sticking your dick in someone in Jamaica. All right, because And is this woman Jamaican? This woman don't even look Jamaican. Do they have Jamaican women down there to carry beans? Because I will put something in her. It ain't going to be my baby, though. And they got roster clots down there, and bumba, and blood clots, and pussy clots, and all kind of clots. All right, so anyway. It's something going on down there. They have a lot of clots for something, for a whole bunch of things. All right, so what are we doing here? All right, what are we doing here? We got a woman gunned down in a deletion for hire plot allegedly set up by her husband. 5 arrested in connection with her deletion. All right, man, this is getting crazy and hectic. Oh, that's our brother here. That's Mark Brown. All right, he's still doing the news? Jesus. This guy's been doing the news since I was in high school in Los Angeles. All right, so here we go. Mark Brown on it again.
Jessica Torres was shot and killed outside a hamburger stand in San Bernardino last month. Police were at a loss for a motive. Now they think it was a murder for hire involving several people and paid for by someone very close to the victim. Inland Empire Bureau Chief Ron McMillan reports.
It's a case that had the San Bernardino Police Department stumped. The murder of resident Jessica Torres in broad daylight. Who would want her dead?
Jessica was a businesswoman in our community. She was well known and well respected by many.
It happened on January 10th outside Burger Point in San Bernardino. The victim walking out to her car.
Oh,
Watch
no.
as the suspect vehicle drives up. The suspect then approaching the victim.
G-Wagon.
That suspect armed with a handgun.
Oh, damn.
There's a fight over her purse, then a fight over the weapon. The victim doing everything she can to get away, then trying to run toward the restaurant. That's when the suspect, identified as
Oh, man.
Skitty pop pop and a pop pop boom.
Damn. All right, that's cold. You just coming from the burger joint in the G-Wagon. That's why I carry my piece with me, bro. All right, that's why I carry my piece.
And a pop pop
just
boom.
like that, coming out the burger joint. All right. Man, she got up out of there, though, with the silencer on it. That's crazy.
Gerardo Llamas opens fire, killing her.
Later on during the investigation, we located this SUV, being the suspect SUV, abandoned on the east side of town. In that vehicle, there was evidence leading us to additional suspects.
So how did they put it together? Well, police believe this suspect is the shooter, this suspect the getaway driver. The investigation revealed that the driver's brother actually worked for this suspect who leased land at a pallet company from this suspect.
Damn.
And it turns out he is the victim's husband.
Oh, man. All right. Love. What about love, coach? Why don't y'all just stay unmarried and look at this fat ass ninja? Look at this guy. Look at this guy at the end. All these men trying to kill one woman. All right, Jesus, Louises. Just pay the fee. You don't want to pay that alimony.
These criminals targeted this victim in a murder for hire scheme that was stemming from a contentious divorce from one of the suspects, Sergio Reveles.
So divorce is divorce is bad, man. Divorce is bad. I would tell you not to take this course of action. Never crash out and delete your ex-wife. I know people might feel they want to do it, but why go to prison for 50 years? All right, I know divorce is painful, man. All right, but try not to get married. That's the first thing. Now all 5 of y'all going to jail over one woman divorcing, and I'm pretty sure she was petty as hell. She looked petty.
Say the victim and her husband owned properties worth millions of dollars, but they're not releasing any details about how the alleged murder for hire plot started. They did say the husband paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to have his wife killed.
Wow.
All 5 suspects now facing murder charges.
We will proceed on this matter as is currently alleged with the potential of special circumstances as a result of some of the facts that you've heard here. And obviously the tragedy and travesty of having an individual that was essentially assassinated at one of her favorite eateries in San Bernardino is very, very sad.
Jessica Torres was...
All right, shout out to Mark Brown, a legend. Like I said, man, that's crazy, huh? Mark Brown's been a legend in that newscasting for a long time. In fact, if you guys want to know the funniest Mark Brown story, Mark Brown, like I said, he was doing news since I was in high school. All right. This is the famous Mark Brown meme right here. There you see him here on the news here in Los Angeles still. He still has his crustache. But back in the day, he had a smaller crush stash, and apparently there was a grapist suspect running wild like Hulkamania in Southern California. And they put up a sketch back when they used to put up a sketch, and whoever did this is going to hell, all right? Whoever the newscaster, the news director, producer who did this shit, all right, they going straight to hell. Why they had this dude do this story right here? Because, brother, this looked like you, ninja.
And that's you.
All right. My man ain't retiring already, bruh. All right. He out here, bruh. Hey, did we see the suspect? Usual suspects, my ninja.
And that's you.
All right, what the hell?
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, Mark Brown, I think you've been doing something on your off hours. Are you moonlighting at something? Let's get your GPS location.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right, this is crazy. All right, this is terrible.
And that's you.
All right. Oh, man. I had to look at this ninja like.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Yep. Let's search for you. I think we found him. Shout out to the legendary Mark Brown, man. Hey, I'm never going to let you forget that, sir. I'm never going to let you forget this. All right. You're always going to be there until you retire. All right. Anyway. We have somebody else here committing some sort of foul grievance. Crime and Law CGA, last story right here. Crime and Law CGA, Indiana man deleted his wife after she allegedly didn't appreciate his Valentine's Day plan. Damn. All right, the dirty white boys is at it. All right, so Indiana. All right, look at my man. Hey, married man, stop letting yourself go. This is pathetic. Look at my man hair, bruh. Look at this shit. Let this shit go. Just go bald. And look at my man chin, the double chin. He got this mousy mustache going on here. You got to fix your eyebrows. Clean your shit up. Look at these ninjas. Look at these ninjas, man. You married men look pathetic out here. Married men look pathetic. Get in shape, man. Get you some hair plugs or something. All right, anyway. It says Indiana man deleted his wife after she allegedly didn't appreciate his Valentine's Day plan. And he's been charged with deletion after allegedly killing her, reportedly because he was upset over her reaction to his romantic efforts. Taylor Meyer, age 34. Look at this shit. 34, bruh. 34. And you're going to prison, sir, for a long time with your goof ass. 34 years old, and he looks 44. All right, so let's continue. And it says right here, Tyler, age 34, was arrested on Friday and charged with the deletion of his 36-year-old wife, Deborah. Authorities say he stabbed her 40 times. Oh, my goodness.
Now I got to cut you.
All right, with a kitchen knife before sending her to the upper room and sending a photo of her body to a man he was suspected she was having an affair with. Oh, my goodness.
Gotcha, bitch.
What about love, coach? All right. What about love?
It's an evil world we live in.
All right. Stabbed her 40 times and sent the photo of her body to the man that was clapping her cheeks. Oh, boy. According to the probable cause affidavit, the Jeffersonville police responded to the couple's home late on February 14th after receiving a call from someone who said Deborah Meyer was in danger. The caller told police that he had received the call from a number and heard her yelling for help in the background, help. While officers were on the scene, the same caller received a photo message from Deborah's phone showing her lifeless body on the floor. All right, so this story is not accurate. This story is not accurate at all. This story says, let's go back. This story says Indiana man deleted his wife after she allegedly didn't appreciate his Valentine's Day plan. The story should say Indiana man deletes his wife after he confirms she was cheating. All right, that's what it should say.
Now I got to cut you.
All right, because this definitely is the case. All right, so the person that called the police is the person that received the picture of her lifeless body, who was the person that he suspected she was cheating on with, which we pretty much got confirmation that that's the case. All right, the first person she called when he was crashing out was that guy. Okay, so that's confirmation. That's pretty much confirmation. All right, that's the other bull in the ring. And he knew it, and he tried to go ahead and get some Valentine pussy, but that pussy was always leaking. It was already leaking, and he knew it. All right, he went down there. All right, he went down there to get some of that pussy, and she realized she had given it up on Valentine's Day already. Police forced their way inside, and he was in an aggressive state, crashing out. Officers found 3 young children, also under the age of 5. They discovered she had multiple stab wounds and pronounced dead at the scene. And it says, during an interview with detectives, Meyer allegedly admitted to deletion, claiming that the marriage had been strained since he saw a photo of his wife holding hands with a coworker in January. Now, there it is right there, bruh. Yeah, so the work husband, guys.
Oh, the humanity.
Guys. I mean, what about love? When we talk about the other 50%, right? 50% of marriages end in divorce. These are the other 50% where they're like, people are out here still married. These are some of the people that are still married. We got this guy stabbing her fucking 40 times. All right.
Now I got to cut you.
All right. Where's the video right here? We got this guy. They were married. That's the successful marriage right here. We got this guy. Well, not this guy. We got the fat guy deleting his wife, shot in the back. All right. And anyway, that's crime and law CGA. Brothers, it's tough out here, man. Damn, these marriages. Work husband. She was cheating. Now, that's my other advice for you, gentlemen. Guys, do not lose your freedom over a biche. I know you think this woman needs to die, and I know you want to feel like you want to take her and snuff her out, but you guys got to not spend the rest of your life in prison. Do not spend the rest of your life in prison over a woman. Please, guys. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Just chill the fuck out. All right, man. Y'all ninjas out here just aggressive ass ninjas. Y'all ninjas don't think right. Shout out to Kirby says, the good egg Greg deserves a tip. Pause. Thank you, our brother Kirby H is in the building. Joshua Moon, you either cooking or you getting cooked out here. Let's go. If you ain't moving, you losing. If you ain't cooking, you getting cooked out here. Ladies and gentlemen, man, let's get after it. Let's get aggressive. Let's wake up. Let's boss up. Boss up. If you complaining, you ain't gaining. DJ B Fit says, Coach, can I get a link of that first video you played? Well, I just put it there on Locals, right? And people say, well, what's Locals? I'm going to show you. You can make a free account over there. Join the Coach Gang over there. Plus, you get access to our live streams on Sunday, but you got to pay for that. All right, but Locals right there. If you want that good egg Greg right there, there's the link. And some of you guys might be able to find it yourself. Find it yourself. I don't care. I can't remember the song. Anyway. All right, what are we doing here? We got our other brothers here that have contributed. It is Spark Water in the building. Shout out to you and the Coach Gang. It's Friday, ninjas. We made it. It's the weekend.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
We made it. All right, some of y'all, this is not your Friday, but it is still Friday. The Teflon Barber says, my baby mama pulled a gun on me in front of our child when I was dropping her off 2 years ago. It says what she didn't know was my dad was recording her from the beginning to the end. She ended up doing 4 days in jail and tried to spin the story at child support of me saying that, her saying that you were abusing her. All right, even though she was in jail, she served the jail sentence, but when she went to court, of course you were abusing her. It's bad news, man. This whole thing about men abusing women, like, I just don't see it. You know, I don't see this narrative. Now, again, I actually have lived most of my life in non-poor communities. But I do have family members in poor communities, what people would call poor communities. But these people think this is normal communities. No, you're in poverty, y'all. But I was born in a community that would probably be considered lower middle class. But after that, I started moving to higher up communities. With that being said, this whole idea of men just beating on women, I don't see it. I did see it in lower middle class communities and poor communities. I seen full fisticuffs, but I didn't also see of the people that I saw, the women that I saw getting beat up, they were also fighting back. Like they were fighting. Like it wasn't like the guy came in the house, all right, and then start clobbering the woman. There was like a escalating fight going on. There was a back and forth arguing, and she said, you ain't gonna do shit, and nigga, you ain't shit, and this type of shit. It was literally both people fighting. It wasn't like now, of the women that got in these fights, they lost all of them. Okay? All of them they lost. I didn't see one woman won a fight. Right? So there were very few of these fights. Maybe I would say about in my childhood, I can remember like 3, 4, or 5 of these fights. Okay, where I seen 2 grown adults just throwing hands. So it wasn't like he was pummeling her and from the beginning. She was pounding on him first, and then he finally can't take it no more and got triggered and enraged and went off. And yeah, and she was throwing fists and all of that stuff, but she ended up on the worst side. Now, if that's abuse, I don't know what to tell you. That's not abuse. That's called a fight. And you lost, all right? You lost the fight. That's not abuse. Now you got your ass whooped. We could talk about that. You got your ass whooped, but people would be like, he was abusive. No, he wasn't. Y'all were fighting. You didn't know how to back down. You were not the bigger person. You started throwing hands and fisticuffs, and you got your ass whooped. That's not abuse. That's the same thing as an argument. You're both arguing. You're both instigating. You're both gaslighting each other. You're both calling each other names. You lose the argument. And you didn't remember all of the shit that he said and not the shit that you said. And you call that abuse. No, it's not. You both were arguing, saying nasty shit to each other. And then you were in your feelings about it. And he moved on after the argument. And he said the last word. That's not abuse. You're abusing each other at any point. All right. Anyway. All right. Red pill on the prairie. What's up, coach? Despite a lifetime of strags, drama queens, and manipulative beaches, I still sometimes think about having my own family. Statistically, Linglings and East Indian women have the lowest divorce rates and are less likely to cheat. Your thoughts? Well, there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to unpack. East Indian women are less likely to cheat because they've been their divorce rates are lower. East Indian women divorce rates are lower because they typically were involved in arranged marriages, but they got a lot of feminism over there. And do you want to be in the East Indian family? Do you want to be in the East Indian family? I don't know if you want that too much. They'd have hairy legs. All right. I don't know if you want that. Linglings not cheating? I don't know about that either. A Lingling will cheat on your ass. So, you know, they will say they're loyal. And yeah, some of these Linglings tend to be loyal. All right. They tend to say they're loyal, but, you know, all right. You know, do you want to roll the dice on that? I mean, that's kind of a very general statement right there.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right. That's a generalized statement saying just a race of people don't cheat. Nah. All right. I don't think so. He says all the cute ones do. Yeah, I don't. They got hypergamy too. Now, some women are, you know, Filipinos will be like, we don't cheat at all. And then I'll find literally a cheating Filipina. All right. A Filipina 304. But they tend to be more loyal, but I wouldn't just say that these women don't cheat and they won't divorce you. It is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't believe that. I don't believe that white women cheat more than Asians and black women cheat more than Mexicans. Nah. Right? Anyway, I don't think that's a racial characteristic. Or even religious people. Catholics cheat more than Muslims. I mean, I don't know. Well, Muslim women will get death honor killing, where Catholics don't get nothing. I don't know. That's a big generalization. A big generalization. Don't depend on that one. That's kind of like more of this utopianism. Coach Jan, your last night stream about every good man is behind every good man is a woman that left them hit me hard. The breakup gains are real. If she breathes death or takes away from your focus or vision, you got to walk away. Walk away. There are a lot of breakup gains. We win on breakups. Men win on breakups. Women typically lose on a breakup. I'm going to tell you, man, I had this woman that was in poverty talking about, well, you're the one losing me. I'm like, what? Not the money is one thing, but like, ma'am, seriously, are you going to find another me? No, you're not. I will find dozens and dozens of you. You're very, very not rare. So shout out to you, man. You got to watch out for that. Your breakup gains will be real. I mean, I'm telling you, nobody can convince me that relationships are better than being single. Nobody. Now. Nobody can convince me that relationships are better than single today, right now, at this moment, in the state of relationships and marriage. Now, the idea of a relationship and a marriage, like our previous guy saying, hey, I want an ideal woman that won't divorce me and cheat on me. That's an ideal. That's just an idea that he has about relationships. But as relationships exist today, nobody can tell me it's better to be in one. Right here. All they say is you could get this and you could get that. And traditionally we got this and you can build with a woman. What? Knowing what we know today, with everything we have in front of us today, social media, women selling pussy, leftover women, older men, washed older men, fat old women, fat young women, 304 skeezers. I mean, you're literally rolling the dice against an off chance that you find the needle in the haystack. If we took relationships, not what a relationship could be, you just take a relationship today and you say that would be better than you living the free agent lifestyle. How? Like how? I don't even see it. I don't know. I'm one of these guys, and I'm one of these guys. I've been in relationships and marriage. There ain't no way in Hades that a relationship is better right now. Or just participating and rolling the dice on a relationship. There ain't no way, bruh. No fucking way. I love this life that I'm living. I mean, because everything that I do, it would be greatly reduced if I took a relationship. And I'm talking about a live-in relationship progressing towards marriage and family. Everything that I do would disappear or be reduced. All right. And I love what I do. I love my schedule. I love being able to do this, chopping it up, making money, traveling. That whole lifestyle goes away. Now, the problem is somebody will say, you could do all of that stuff with a girl, but I would have to reduce it. Most women ain't going to sit up here and just wait for me to do day after day after day. 4-hour live stream in the morning, 3-hour live streaming at night, just editing and chopping up videos. I mean, this is a 14, 15-hour work day. Getting the show ready, prep, waking up in the morning, going to my personal trainer. All right, going to my appointments, running errands, coming back, jumping on a live stream, taking over for a walk. And she's getting no attention at this point. Monday through Friday morning, she ain't getting very much attention. All I'm going to do is basically say at 8:30, okay, give me some pussy at 8:30. I'm going to bust a nut by 8:30, 8:45. I'm done. I'm in the shower, getting ready for my show in the morning. She's getting nothing on Monday through Friday. 0. Then I'm taking a trip. Hey, I'm going to London. She going to be like, can I go? Nope. I'm going solo. She be in her feelings. Why can't I go with you? Like, dude, my life will be reduced. Okay, I'll take you with me. So I can still travel, but I got this bitch with me. The bitch that I can have in Vegas waiting for me with piping hot peace sleeve, and I can go get some new peace sleeve in in London. I can get some new peace sleeve in Paris. All right, why am I taking her with me going to go see? I want to go see the Windsor Castle. I don't want to see it. Like, complaining to me all the whole time, saying she got bubble guts. Oh, I'm tired. I don't want to go out. I want to go out. I want to go get knickknacks. Can you buy me a purse? I'm telling you, man. There ain't shit out here that will make me go, I'll take the relationship. Right here. I bet you when you go to London, you're cheating on me. I am. The fuck? Know your role. I'm going to fuck somebody out there. A lot of people. Like, what do you think I'm going over there? Just to see the fucking castles? Well, I am going over there for that, but there's some flatbacks over there. And I want to put hands on their hips. So, play your role. All right? Shut the fuck up. And I'm spending all my money and time. Okay, I'll do less shows. I'll do that. Now I got less money. Now I got less money to travel on. Man, please, man. Where would a relationship be? Where would a relationship be more beneficial for me? Where? Point it out. Where? Well, you'll do what? You'll build what? I'll make more money with her? That's not true. I'll make less money with her. Where would a relationship be better? I can't see it, man. I don't know. Somebody point the shit out. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I have a blind spot. Maybe I have a blind spot, but there's no woman out here that can make a relationship be better for me. None. Now, a situationship, a friendship, a romantic ship, a casual and occasional, shout out to Black Ram, those things would be better. Those things are fine for me. I'll do that. Long distance where you fly in and fly out. All right, yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. But in terms of a relationship, there's nothing out here that would be better for me. There's nothing. No one that can guarantee me it would be better. I'll guarantee you it would be better if you got a no. All right, anyway, shout out to our brother Nikolai Volkov says, what's up, coach? I saw in the news that about that 304 Jessica Simpson talking about her current divorce, which is her second, and she's not even 50 yet. But she keeps invoking the name of her sky daddy, a.k.a. God, a.k.a. Jehovah. It's funny how the marriage will has stayed unbeaten. It's free agent lifestyle for life. All right. Right there. Jessica Simpson out here, two-time loser. Talking about God. Jada Hooper, that dude was giving her the Heimlich maneuver. When she left out is that he pinched the tent and was digging her back out. Well, do we have evidence of that? Does she have evidence? Ma'am, if I'm behind you and your butt is on my genitals, you're going to feel something, even if I'm not aroused. I'm just letting you know, ladies, just know.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
All right, I'm not the one that's just going to have the, the shrinkage. I don't have that problem. I know. That's too much information.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
Too much information. But if I'm helping you and I'm helping you squat or I'm helping you, you're going to feel something on the back of your rump. You're going to feel something on the back of your leg.
Phenomenal.
All right. And I ain't even aroused. I'm just like, hey, let me help you out there. Too much information. All right, and last one, Blake Panther AJ says, Coach, I got approved for the Amex Platinum yesterday. This was the money mindset inspired play. Leverage other people's money responsibly. It's a big boy game. He says, do you know which episode of the Money Mindset you and Jay Holmes got into that info? He says, I like to get more into that playback catalog. More blessings, OG. Shout out to you, Blake Panther. Well, I don't know off the top of my head now, but possibly I can post it up on Locals, just the screen cap of the episode. I don't know off the top of my head. Congratulations to you for bossing up, man. Hey, let's go. Let's go. All right, some humble bragging here. Who wants a little bit of humble bragging right here? Let's do a little bit of humble brag to show you, man. It's Boss Up 2024 right here. And that's the lineup right there. All right, that's the lineup. If you ain't talking this big boy talk, yes, that's my lineup right there. We're talking about business platinum, regular platinum, Sky Miles, Platinum, and of course the old Amex Gold with the passport in tow. That's what we talking. We talking about bossing up in 2025.
Boss up, nigga.
That's what he did. And it's big time out there, leveraging other people's money. It is what it is. So it's time. It's time for y'all to get serious. And by the way, I wrote about this in my book, The Free Agent Lifestyle. I said, guys, we're grown-ass men. We're not immature adults. We have to talk about bossing up. We have to talk about, look, if we ain't talking about the S&P 500 more than we talking about smashing these holes, if you ain't talking about how I can get to these S&P 500 level, and you talking about how to smash these holes, we ain't talking about the ring. We ain't talking about the same conversation. Okay? If you're married, you can't see the numbers, Ninja, they on the back. All right? The numbers on the back. Hey, if you're a married man and you ain't on this level, your marriage is going south. If I was to get married again, like I wrote in the book, you want to get here first, then married. Okay, you want to get here first, then married. Don't do it the other way where you're building. Okay, right here. Money mindset. That's my lineup. Okay, my wallet's not here. Okay, but you got to get there first. Then you're going to be able to look at marriage completely different. You guys are getting into situationships, cohabitation, and marriage. Trust me, I was there. You're looking for love, and you ain't here yet. You're not here yet. And you're afraid that when you get here, somehow the woman's going to use you for your fucking money. You're crazy. So what you'll do is you'll get here and go, do I need to marry that fucking woman? All right. And then you'll look at her and say, when I was broke, I would have married her. Now that I got this shit and I bossed up, I ain't marrying her.
Boss up, nigga.
I'm not marrying her. And she'll like, but I'll be good to you. And you'll be like, okay, yeah, that's nice. Right here. Okay, so there's a great lineup. That's what you're working towards. When we're talking about the money mindset, and that there's more to that. You talk about the money mindset, that's what you're trying to get into. That's what the money mindset is. We're telling you how to put your game out here. All right. Put your game out here, boss up, get to the right mindset. You got that Discover Secured. Yep. You can get that Capital One Venture. You can get that Chase. The Chase card as well. There's guys, you get privileges for this. All right, anyway, enough about that. That was a boss up moment. Let's get you back to this part of the show. Let's see how we are going here. 2 hours. 2 hours. Dudes be like, man, do y'all here tricking? They out here, but they didn't even have that lineup. They don't even have close to that lineup. And I'm like, you're talking about tricking? Oh my God. All right, dudes are lost. Dudes are lost. All right, anyway. Let's get in here. We have It's an Evil World We Live In coming up, I suppose.
It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in. It is I Show Speed. I Show Speed is on here again, and you guys know him as the streamer, one of the most popular streamers in the world. And apparently he's in Asia.
I look handsome?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
All right. There he is right there.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, trying to get him a pocket ling-ling. All right, where my pocket ling-ling?
What kind of fuck you
The Chase
business?
Sapphire. Chase Sapphire is the one I was thinking about. All right, so here we go right here. I Show Speed, showing teeth. Of course he is. He got a pocket ling-ling. All right, he got a pocket ling-ling, says he looks handsome, and he's starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving. Yes, sir, brother. Want to come with me?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Bro, why is every...
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
Oh, no. No, sir.
Eggs, gender. What do you mean, eggs? What is your gender?
Transgender.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, this is common in the Philippines and in Thailand. You got to check. You got to check in Thailand.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, you can't. Oh, no, sir.
Hey, yo, chill, son.
You cannot assume when you go to Thailand, man. I'm going to tell you, this is a big one right here. And them nasty ninjas be over there messing with them lady boys right there. Merp ass ninja. Oh, sir. Speed.
Gotcha, bitch.
Sir, what are you doing, sir? All right. Speed is like looking at this ninja like, hey.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Damn, sir.
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, no, sir. Yeah. Oh, look at that shit.
You big dummy.
Yeah, got you. You inexperienced ninjas right there, man. You got. All right, look at this. Oh, no, sir. Yeah. Oh.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? All right. Oh, it's a man. Oh, Lord, look. Damn, it's a man. Oh, no. That girl is a boy. Lady boy. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Yep. Hey, man. Now, I would do, hey, man. Look how you looking. Really? Yes, sir. It can happen, man. You go over there. That's why dudes are like, I'm going to Thailand. Be careful.
Ags gender. What do you mean, Ags? What is your gender?
Transgender.
Oh, no. Look at this. Damn. Yep. It's that. I think I show speed.
What that mean?
That's terrible. You almost was out there about to find that jangle-leg.
Gotcha, bitch.
You about to find that jangle-leg. All right. Ugh. All right. I would be appalled.
Gotcha, bitch.
All right. You about to get that jangle-leg out there. Jangle-leg. All right. When you got to the hotel room. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Be careful out here, guys. Yeah. It's an evil world we live in. Check this out.
It's an evil world we live in.
Do you want to be this guy right here? Take a look at the humiliation ritual we call relationships. Take a look at this. This woman out here, Kelsey is her name. She looks like a Kelsey. Date the boring guy. I mean, really? Damn, we got acne, pimple putz face. We got Mr. Moose hair guy. He don't know what to do. White guy don't know what to do with his hair. This is when white guys wear their hair like this. They're basically thinning, balding right here at the top, about to get the George Jefferson and shit, the Al Bundy. So they don't know what to do with their hair, so they spike it up and shit and give it volume. So they start doing wild shit with they shit. So we got bifocals nigga right here, plaque in his teeth. All right, and you got Kelsey, the cock carousel princess, who been read through every Chad in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, date the boring guy. Here we go. All right, the old ass you.
And that's you.
All right, there's music in here. All right, mayonnaise central here. All right, we got a lot of mayonnaise coming up here. All right, date the guy who's a cheerleader who will adventure with you. All right, she got her feet out, looking like Master Splinter. All right, she got her Master Splinter uniform on, and she got that pink punani out. The boring guy. You don't need butterflies in your stomach. Yeah.
And that's you.
All right, this woman been guzzling Chad for a long time before she got this beta Brad. All right, there he is. You need an equal participant who calms your nervous system. Oh, in other words.
And that's you.
That's what that means right there. All right, date the boring guy. Look at my man's swag. All right, goodness gracious. All right, date the boring guy. A partner who wants to co-create, in capitals, an expansive, beautiful life together. Oh, my goodness.
And that's you.
And this woman definitely, so they look like brother and sister, but in her mind, she had higher marketplace value. In her mind, she settled. In her mind, she was like, I normally don't date guys like you, but I guess I'll give you a chance. Ma'am, you had to, nobody was marrying you. Not them Chads that used to bust on your face. They ain't marrying you at all. You was getting used and abused out here, but take a look. Oh, All right, there it is right there. An expansive, beautiful life together. Yep, because Chad didn't take you on dates. Sugar Daddy did. They didn't take you on trips. There it is right there. All right, showing Beta Brad winning. The nice guys win in the end.
And that's you.
The nice guys win in the end. That's what they tell you right there. Nice guy, date the boring guy. Merp. Damn, look at that shit, bruh. There it is. Coach, what about love? Love conquers all. All right.
And that's you.
Do you want to be this guy? Is this what you want to be? Right. At least he's getting some, Coach. You're not. He paying a hell of a lot. Shit lot. I bet you he giving her $5,000 a month. And I'm not talking an allowance. She cost this guy $5K a month. At least. And he ain't even got it. He going into debt to keep her. And he think he got him one.
And that's you.
There he is right there, bro. You know, there's always these guys. Yeah. He's paying a hefty fee to keep her. Because look at where he's got to take her. Vacations, trips. And she talking about partner. And she talking about partner. What partnership? There ain't no partnership here. She's using him to show that somebody fell in love with these uncooked Cinnabons. That's what she's doing. She's using him to show, see, I finally found the right person that loves me for me.
And that's you.
He ain't winning. This is going to be a long L. Oh, she tried to pull them uncooked Cinnabons down. All right, here we go right here. She cleans up better, boy, I tell you. This definitely a... All right. Well, this is all framed wrong, I guess. There he is. Merp. Yep, she ain't sucking him off like she used to. Look, got to take her on trips and vacation. Talking about co-create. Co-create. I guarantee you this is a 70-30 relationship. There it is right there. Yep. Oh, my. All right, all of these. Okay, this shit is moving too fast. Got them Pete Punani wide open. Who wants a relationship like that? Who does?
And that's you.
I mean, there's dudes that do, so raise your hand. Raise your hand.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, anyway, we got marriage is a scam on It's an Evil World We Live In. This video is going feral on the internet. Then we'll have the main event. We have this guy right here. His name is Steve James. I'm going to call him the Fonz. All right, we got a guy here. He's going to have a video going feral. Small channel, too. 4.5K subscribers. But less than a week ago, he put this video out, and he's gotten 161,000 views. I always tell you, gentlemen, you never know what the world want to hear. I don't know what his channel looks like before this, but once he start opening up and being real and sharing his story, guess what? The views start popping. Congratulations to this guy. Marriage is a scam. We're going to hear what happened to him, and it's quite interesting, but we're going to get him at 1.25 speed. It's a lengthy video, so let's see how far I get into it.
For warning, this is a bit of a horror story, and you are going to be reeling from it and probably hiding under your covers by the time I'm done telling you everything, but here goes. As most of you know, there is a huge amount of divorce happening. The rate of divorce is somewhere between 50 and 60%, depending on which numbers you look at. And a lot of people are getting divorced because initially the woman files for divorce 70 to 80% of the time, simply because our society is completely falling apart, and it's encouraging people to break up families over literally nothing, go chasing after your dreams, break up everything, and ruin your life. Well, I have a personal horror story that will kind of explain a little bit of my motivation, even for starting my YouTube channels, and especially this one, and kind of fill you in on my background to a certain degree. I went through a divorce. I was married years ago, had kids when I was young, and I know I've been told I look a little younger than I actually am. I'm in my mid to late 40s. I don't like to give too much identifying information. My name's Steve, and that's where I'm at. To get right into it, I went through a divorce. They ended up, after everything was happening, they ended up giving her alimony. She wanted to file with the court to get alimony. There were several things that were really in the way of it that I attempted to protest. She was living with a man, very likely pregnant with his child at the time, and doing stuff together on bank accounts, and even the following year filing their taxes together, even though she was legally married to me.
All right, so let's stop Steve real quick because I have to fair use purposes and stop him to provide commentary. This is a thing that, this is a guy that got red pill. All right, so people say, look, I'm blue pill, I'm happy, I'm in love, leave me alone, and then you get that red pill. You get that, you get that awakening. So I got my awakening. Men got their awakening. You get your awakening. So he's early in the game. He's early in the discovery, and he had to go through something traumatic. Divorce is traumatic. He had to go through it to realize, I got fucked up. So for you young guys, listen up. You think you know, but then you don't know. You gonna find out. All right? You gonna find out. And you sitting here, yeah, he finna cry. Hey, for sure.
Still going through the divorce. As time went on, I eventually got a hold of an attorney who was able to help me with it, but part of the reason why I had to is that when I initially protested all of this, the judge looked right at me and said, well, you can't just come in here and say that you think she's living with this other person and involved in a romantic relationship. You're going to have to provide some kind of evidence and proof, which led me to go through multiple different attorneys until somebody wasn't shaking in their boots and actually would take this on to fight it. To get to that point, we eventually I found a good attorney that was willing to do that. We got a hold of a private investigator, got a hold of the information, but as you know, in the court system, sometimes you can be waiting for 6, 8, 10 months for a court date.
So this is the frustration that men experience. So yeah, you think that justice is going to work fast. You think you're just going to go in there and say, hey, judge, she tripping and, protect your assets. Nope. This shit goes on. My divorce went on for 18 months. All right. 18 months. Ridiculous. And this is with lawyers. So they're just fees just running up, and all because she's a bull in a china shop. And you think it's going to get handled quickly. It's not. No divorce is going to get handled quickly unless both people just sit down and say, we're not going to do this bullshit. You sign off. Okay, you have her sign, and then you might have to wait 6 months in some states. Some states, you file for the divorce. You guys sign to walk away. It's done. Most people's divorces don't go like that, unfortunately, especially with children.
To get something in front of a judge and get something addressed. After a few years, finally towards the end of the divorce, and after they were likely going to determine that I owed some sort of debt, which unfortunately where I live, debts cannot just be vacated afterwards. So she essentially can potentially get cash and prizes even if caught lying. Now, my attorney warned me that's probably what's going to happen. He said, we're going to get in there, we're going to have the private investigator's evidence, we're going to have all this evidence against her, and even when she gets caught lying, they aren't going to do a thing about it. She'll be caught committing perjury and fraud. Personally against you and having manipulated the court system, and they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to strip it from here on forward. And I was like, wait a minute. So I'm going to owe a debt, even though she is being forced to admit and proven with evidence that she lied about it all? And he was like, yep. And he goes, you're going to hate the system after that. And I did.
All right. So there you go. Guys, this is what we tell you. The lawyers aren't working for you. They're scared of the courts. They're scared of the judges. And you're going to find out why they're scared of the courts and the judges down in this story. You're going to find out why. You're going to find out why they don't fight for men's rights. The ones that say they fight for men's rights, I've even worked with one that said they fought for men's rights and they don't. All right, so what happens is you guys think they're going to go in there like this is the fucking, law and order, and that you're going to walk in there and say, we found her lying, and they're going to do something about it. They ain't going to do nothing. She can go in there and lie all she wants. See, in the family court, it is not a court of legality. It's not a court. It's an administrative court. So it has nothing to do with perjury. Nobody goes to jail for perjury in the family court. Nobody. Okay. So you could go in there and lie and not face a penalty other than maybe lose out on some things. But as his attorney said, okay, we'll stop it at where we caught her lying, but all that happened before that, you still owe for that. So, but you can fight if you want. All right. And he found out, damn, it's cold out here. It's cold.
How can you support that level of corruption? So we got in there. Yes, she got convicted of alimony fraud, essentially. They stripped her of any further alimony payments. They weren't able to vacate the old debt because certain, I guess you could say, feminist laws have taken place here where they kind of contradict common sense, that if somebody gets caught committing fraud, they shouldn't be able to benefit or profit from it. But the way that it was structured and set up, there's a division of support enforcement that handles things like everything from child support to other things, and they were the ones that would eventually take on this debt and then come after me to make me pay it. Which means I am paying for somebody to live with another person, have children with them, live a whole life with them, and I can't really do much of anything about it. I might be able to file a personal lawsuit. And this is when the story gets very, very crazy. My attorney had figured out by looking at the laws and everything that was arranged where I live, and we were preparing to do all of that and also use it on the basis of the grounds that not only did she have children with a guy that we could prove, she had filed taxes jointly together with him, which showed that they were obviously tied together, that her name was on his bank accounts. And on top of all of that,
what?
They had, they had been living together pretty much the whole time, and she even had to admit to it in court. Well, it gets crazy because he and several other attorneys that have been fighting for cases like this and trying to, as they win each case, it sets a precedent and helps other people. I end up getting a message from somebody one weekend saying, your attorney's missing. And just a friend, a buddy of mine on Facebook, I go and look, and there's this poster that's being shared digitally and shared all across social media saying, yeah, he just went missing this weekend. And, now he's mysteriously dead.
Oh, no.
Oh, the humanity.
Okay, so what this is implying is that attorneys who fight against the system, they die. Okay, you guys know that when you're sharing these secrets about the courts, this is like a mafia. This is like organized crime, because these people know what they're doing against you, and they want to protect this. This is their job. These are their missions. This is how they make money. The Title 4D court, the family court, they want to make sure that you don't fight against them, that you don't expose them. So people who expose them, you're literally exposing organized crime, all right, at the highest level. And so they up in there talking about, all right, we're going to fight for men. You're going to find out why attorneys don't fight for men. You're going to realize how attorneys don't fight for men. And you're like, yep, okay, we'll disappear this nigga. Hey, you want to fight for these dudes? Go ahead. All right. You want to go set precedents and fuck us over and embarrass us? Go ahead. Your ass come up missing. They're all part of the same bar association. They're all part of the same bar association. Judges, lawyers, whether they fight for men or don't fight for men, they're part of the same bar association. Now, we're not going to insinuate that some court killed them. We don't know how he disappeared, but it's strange.
I'm not even kidding. This sounds like something out of a some novel like The Firm or something where lawyers are ending up dead. And two other attorneys over the last year and a half around that same time, one of which had been fighting similar cases like this, ended up dead from a hit and run that they never figured out who did it. Which all of that was incredibly disturbing. The attorney at that point, I had known him for years. He was engaged to be married. He had been married before. He was engaged to be married to another woman. And it was never officially determined what the cause of death was. A couple of people whispered about suicide. I had a very, very hard time believing in that. Put me back to a point to where now I'm stuck without any attorney because I can't find anybody willing to actually investigate and fight this. They pretty much shy away from me the minute I tell them who my attorney was and tell them anything about it. And all sorts of strange stuff that's happened with all of that.
Yep. They like, bruh, all right, we ain't gonna fight for you, man. We ain't fight for you. The last ninja disappeared. Fuck all that. All right, just pay your fee and be a good boy. All right, be a good boy.
Just, oh man, I could go into it like records that people can't seem to find about previous court dates and other things like that should be readily available, yet nobody can really locate. So it is pretty much a horror story confirming my ultimate point of this video that, generally speaking, marriage is just a sham. Marriage is just completely a racket that ends up raking you completely over the coals, and you need to be very, very careful, tread lightly in all my court dates and the stuff of dealing with attorneys that I now know way more about than I would ever really want to know.
Yeah.
I will tell you that prenuptial agreements get thrown out like crazy. They don't care. They will just toss your prenuptial agreement. You'll be stuck owing for all sorts of different bills and things, and if you are really careful with an attorney, you might get out of some of it, but the only real way that you can do that is to watch your own back.
All right, so let me just clear this up. People keep saying prenups get tossed. Yeah, bad prenups get tossed, but the court, what they call the family court, has nobody that monitors them. Nobody. And there's no constitutional law in the family court. So you guys come in there thinking I saw a couple of cases of Law and Order and forensic files, and that this court somehow you can take it. I mean, you could take it to the Supreme Court, but that's going to be an obvious crazy ass battle. All right, but it is more difficult to do it because there's nobody watching over this court. They make their own rules. They say, hey, we're going to bust open a trust account. Oh, they can't do that. They'll do it. Say, fucking stop us. That's basically what they'll say. We'll do it, but will you stop us from doing it? And you'll be like, but legally you can't do it. You're violating my constitutional rights. Okay. They'll be like, stop us from doing it. There's nobody that watches over them. So that's why they get away with it. Because if you're not going to say, I object, when are you going to say, I object? And they'll be like, object on what basis? All right. And then you're going to look at your lawyer and say, speak up, bitch. And she going to be there, mum's the word. Because she don't want to disappear neither. Right. So they'll just bust up the prenup and be like, we'll do what they do. They can do whatever they want to do. Now, do all judges in the family court do this? Well, I don't know. I can't tell you. But they'll do what they want to do. You'll say what they can't do, and they'll basically say, well, we'll do it and see what you can stop it. Can you stop me from doing it? The answer is no. You can't. Well, you can, but as you can see, a man that steps up and try to stop them, sometimes they disappear. Okay.
Do not trust the system. Do not trust what people are going to tell you. Set it up to where there's no way around it except for the person that if you get involved at all, which I recommend being extremely careful about, especially with most women here, because even if they don't have it in their mind to do that, they go talk to an attorney and an attorney's like, oh yeah, balls, everything's in your favor here. And if you lie, you win cash in prizes and they won't do a thing to you. They won't charge you with fraud. They won't charge you with perjury.
Right.
You get away with it. You get to collect money, and so do I. And
so that's an important point, and I'll end it on that one. You can find this video. The important point of what he said was the woman might not have in her mind to do this until the attorneys tell her to do it. Okay, so in her mind, she's like, well, I don't want for much in our marriage and this and that, and I was the one cheated. I was the one filed, and, I just want what's fair and equitable, and, I don't mind 50% custody. The judge, the attorney, her attorney is going to say, girl, are you crazy? You sure you want to do that? Why is he going to do that? He's not going to get money from her if she agrees to that. This is just basically going to be basically they're going to print out Form C, and then boom, and then sign it. He's going to get $250. The attorney. If he goes with what she wants, he'll get $250 and we'll be there signing tomorrow and we'll both sign and walk away. That attorney doesn't want to do that. He wants to eat. He wants to send his kids to private school. He wants to pay off his law school student loans. So they're going to be like, no, you need to fight for what you can get. You need to reduce the custody that he has right now. You need to keep the kids with you. Do not drop them off to him. Then they're going to be like, you get this and you're entitled to this. Does he own a business? What kind of shit? You don't walk away and take a cheap deal, because if you walk away now, you'll regret it. You can't repair it on the back end. And then the attorney will get in her ear, because the attorney's going to make $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 if he gets in her ear. Okay, so that's where it goes left. And then that's when you're like, hey, what happened? And they can say, you can lie, cheat, steal, cry. They'll ask if you did drugs. Did you have an affair? Did you beat on her? Does she have recordings, photos of abuse, journal entries? Do you have his bank accounts? Do you have his sign-ins? Did he do drugs? Did he touch the kids? Did he have an affair? All that does is run the attorney bill up. And she's like, yeah. And the more she lets the attorney fight for her, the more her bill runs up, your bill runs up, and now forever you're at each other's neck. Okay? They don't care about your family busting up, your kids being abused and divided up and diced up, you losing your property, you going bankrupt. They don't care. They care about their money. So they'll drum up false allegations. Did you abandon him? Oh, he abandoned her. He left the kids all by himself, high and dry. So this is what happens here, and he found out the hard way.
It's an evil world we live in.
You got to know what the system is doing. It's the system that allows the women to do what they're doing. Okay, they're already petty and vengeful, and the courts prey on these women. And most of these women come out not getting what they wanted. That's the sad part about it. Some of us say we got screwed in a divorce, and many of us got screwed. We lost our kids. We lost contact with them. We lost some money. We had to sell a house at a loss. Like, many of us get screwed, but the sad part about it is, as much as we think we got screwed, the women still think they got screwed too. Because they went in thinking they were going to get all of this, and they only got a little bit. And then you still mad at that little bit that they got because you thought that was reprehensible. And in the end, It was a wash for her because her attorney's fees and what she got is basically a wash. The attorneys got the money. Your attorneys got the money. You got a loss, she got a loss, and the kids got a loss. That's normally what happens. Even though we say we get screwed, she got screwed too, and so did the kids. Meanwhile, who won? The judge, the court clerk, the child support office, the motherfucking social services, CPS, your attorney, her attorney, they all won. And they just churn these cases all day, every day. The lawyers win. Y'all lose. And what do they got to do? They got to get y'all to fight each other over it. Let's do these super chats, and we got the main event coming up. We got a wig-wearing Supreme Sista Supreme right here. A blonde wig-wearing Supreme. And she's going to talk about why she shit tests her boyfriend or fiance or husband into getting masculinity back in return. It's an interesting conversation. Face facts. Why is the bar for abuse lower for women or for men to women than women to children? Remember, the Jermaine's Fault woman deleted one of her kids and attempted to delete the other. 100%. This woman.
It is all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
Yeah, because abuse, well, the bar is lower because perceived that men are abusers. And based on data, more women do die at the hands of men than do men die at the hands of women. It is rare comparatively for women to kill a man, although they'll do it. So men are already perceived to be an abuser, where women aren't perceived to be abusers to their own children, but statistically they are. If a child dies, it's usually at the hand of the mother. So this is all kind of perception versus reality. Men are perceived to be more violent and abusive to women. Data kind of backs this up when you talk about killing, but of course women do this to men as well, but it's more popular for men to do it to women. Now, then when you go, well, it's popular for men to abuse kids too. It's popular then for men to abuse and kill kids. Well, no, that's the women. The mothers are more likely to commit infanticide, abortion, child abuse, and even going further than that. I would go further than that as well. They're more likely to kill their kid. But it's all perception. Nobody would ever believe this. Sugar and Sprites and everything nice. In our world, women are always victims. Women are always victims of abuse. They're never the perpetrator. So it is what it is. I know these are all worldly things that people don't want to confront because it basically tests their own reality. Shout out to our brother Wayne Peters in the building. Mr. Wayne Wonder says, thanks, coach. Shout out to you, the Empire Podcast. Not sure you know how many people you positively impact. Thank you. I don't know, but I'm glad I do. I know now. I appreciate you there. Now, the only time men delete their kids more than women is when the woman dies too. Normally, he airs out the whole family. Everybody goes. All right, so that's the only case where men kill kids more than women is when the woman goes bye-bye too. And she takes a long sleep. She takes a long kiss goodnight. So she got to take a dirt nap, and everybody got to take a dirt nap. But that's the only time men do more than women. But most of the time, women be killing their kids way more than, it ain't even close. Shout out to our brother here. Eagle Eye says, CGA, this is a question for the young guys. If you were in your 20s and childless and wanted children and a family, how would you go about it today? That is knowing what I know. All right, knowing what I know. And I knew what I knew, but I didn't really know what I know. I would do a surrogate. If I wanted to stay in the United States, I would do a surrogate first. Okay, I would surrogate. I would hire a woman. And I probably wouldn't do the turkey baster because I want to do the artificial injection. Or not the artificial, the natural injection. I would do a surrogate if I wanted to stay in the United States and I wanted to have contact with my kids. If not, then I would have kids overseas. But that's knowing what I know. A lot of guys they know, but they'll just roll the dice. Well, I don't want to do it that way. But then be complaining about getting taken down in child support. All right. All right, shout out to MC Hamster says, realize that when you want a DNA test for your children, the woman cannot understand. Now women, he says, right, that's an interesting point. The woman doesn't understand why. I've heard this debate. Where women say that if a man asks her for a DNA test, she's more concerned not about proving paternity right. She's more concerned about why you don't trust her. Now, in our common world, in the real world, a woman should understand that. But in I guess in this world, the Matrix, the women are like, well, I can't believe you would ask for one. And she will fight you tooth and nail about getting one. Like, I want to ensure paternity. It's not that I don't trust you. I just want to ensure paternity. There should be nothing wrong with this. But in their world, there's something wrong with this. And he says, no woman has ever had to guess if the child was hers. But in our world, it's always up in the air whether the child is ours. And she's like, but I just can never forgive you after the fact. Who gives a fuck? I need to know, and I need a DNA test on all these kids. It should be mandatory. It should be mandatory. It should be mandatory at this point. But of course, let me tell you, man, the world would go crazy if DNA tests were mandatory. Yes, I said tests. Okay. You know why? The world will fall apart if there were mandatory DNA tests. I mean, I don't know if it would change. I don't know if women were, if they had mandatory DNA tests, our whole, what do they call it? They call it a certain word, but our whole paradigm would shift because our reality would go crazy. All right. We would find out a lot of information about what goes on out here. It would be a whole, it would be like, if we had mandatory DNA tests, you're going to find out way too much information. And then if we ever traced it back and everybody did a DNA test on their whole family, it would be, social construct. It would be gone. Nobody would trust anybody anymore if we did mandatory DNA tests. Like child support would go out of business. Right? It's crazy. People would not know what to do if we had that. And then you would go back and go, what? All right. Oh, my God. This woman had you up in there going to Kegel classes, going to mommy classes, and more, going to childbirth classes. And y'all was out there at Babies R Us buying pink and blue outfits and baby cribs and shit like that. And then now all of a sudden this woman pushed the baby out. You was holding the legs back. Push the baby out and it ain't yours. Like, nigga. Yo, that would be detrimental to the entire system we exist right now. Nobody would be able to handle it, even at a small percentage. Let's say 15% of the babies were not babies. That would be enough to disrupt the matrix. That would be enough to disrupt any trust level we have. And I'm willing to bet it's about at 11. Data shows us in America, it's 11%. 11%. Now, when paternity is contested, it's somewhere in certain areas to be 30%, maybe up to 35% when someone contests paternity. Anytime it is challenged, you got a damn near 1 out of 3 chance. Or a 2 out of 3 chance that it's yours. So that's why I think even at a small percentage, it would actually annihilate everybody's trust level. Annihilate it. So anyway.
I'm Pepe.
Okay, so let's see here. We got our brother here, no government name. You mentioned that Gen Z will end as Gen X 2.0. Can you elaborate on what that means? Well, we both share kind of the same qualities. Both of us are kind of the lost generation of people that no one focused on. Gen X were latchkey kids. Gen Z are digital kids. The millennials and boomers, I would say, are more similar. And Gen X and millennials are dissimilar. Gen Z and millennials are dissimilar. If I look at the current generations that live today, which are, I believe, the silent generation or the extremely old, like people that are just hanging on, 1 foot in the grave. They're in their 80s going into their 90s. Then you have the boomers. Then you have Gen X, then millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Beta being born today. We have all these generations that are existing right now. Of the generations that are similar, I think Gen X and Gen Z are similar. They're similar. Compared to any of the one that are matching, Gen X and Gen Z are similar. We were kind of lost and displaced, and, you know, the generation preceding us put themselves before us. Our boomer parents put themselves before Gen Z, Gen X. All right, we were just kind of, are y'all going to make it? Are y'all, like, Gen X wasn't even supposed to make it. Like, they were like, these people, we were strange, we were grunge, we were hip-hop, we were latchkey. Gen X wasn't supposed to make it. Gen Z is similar, kind of lost, disoriented. No one's focusing on them. They're just medicating you, zooting you up, giving you diseases and excuses, delaying your growth and stunning your development. Similar to Gen X. So they're very, Gen X was the daycare generation. So is Gen Z. We were stuck in daycare and latchkeys. He can stay at home by himself. We came home from school and we didn't see our parents for a fucking whole day. It just... Yep, we were raised by TV. Gen Z's raised by fucking the Instagram and TikTok. So I would say that was just kind of similar. We're both similar in that aspect. So how we turn out is going to be interesting. Both of us are distrusting of the hierarchy, the government. Gen X, skeptic. The skeptic community, mostly Gen X. Gen Z, skeptical about Donald Trump. That's their only reality. They're skeptical about anything. They don't trust nothing. So, yeah. Millennials were coddled, all right? You guys got motherfucking helicopter parents, and millennials were coddled. All right, anyway, here, shout out to our brother on that one. Shout out to our brother, Mr. Handsome. Pause. What's up, coach? Have to say I disagree with you. All the hoes get wet on my Scooby-Doo twin mattress, and my unemployed uncle is loaded with cash. LOL. I hear you mention Jacksonville quite a lot. Which one exactly, just in case? You have to check in, all right? Boss up, ninjas. Are there multiple Jacksonvilles? I think there's a Jacksonville. Is there one in Tennessee? All right. We're talking about Florida, Jacksonville. All right. Florida, Jacksonville. Millennials are skeptical too. Is that what you guys are saying? Yeah, millennials have play dates. All right, yeah. Your mama sat in kindergarten with you half the day because you had detachment issues. Wes says married men get some, free agents get what they fucking want. Let's go. Let's go. And he says, you have to do an episode on Croy, the football player. Shaking my head, sad, but the biggest goof L of the decade. I actually did a show on him. I did quite a few shows on him. And I remember I reviewed a video of him outside when he was outside and the police came. She called the police. I did a video on that. And he was a pure gump. I went in on him. All right, when he got kicked out of the house and he was crashing out outside. He's married to that tardy to the party girl. Yep, I covered Croy on that one. All right, there's so much that I covered, man. It's not on YouTube anymore because, you know, I got so many videos shadow banned and blocked and censored, and people were reporting my videos. I was getting demonetized. I was trying to fix the monetization. So a lot of my videos have been deleted. I would say a good 80% of all of my content I've ever put on YouTube has been deleted. Now, I do still have the copies, and I can put out, you know, edits of these things, but I've been doing streams after streams. I've covered a lot of things that you didn't think that I covered. The only people that know I covered it is the people that been watching faithfully for the last few years, but I covered them. I talked about them. All right, I did a whole video review. That shit is in the archives. All right, and yeah, people were reporting my videos. I would sit here and I get that mysterious email, main event coming up. I get that mysterious email from YouTube. Anybody who's a YouTuber knows this sound. You get the email and you look up and you go, and it's an email from YouTube, and they'll say, we blocked this video. we age restricted this video. We did something to this video. Okay? And guess what will happen? That video would be 2, 3, 4, 8 years old. It would be way down there, some archive, and I'll get 2 or 3 of these. Oh, you have not censor content. You have copyrighted content, video 5 years old. You got a copyright strike because you used a picture on a video 8 years ago. And I would get bang, bang, bang. I would get like 2 or 3 back to back. And I'm like, oh shit, it's happening. Like they're trying to get me. So I started like, boom, deleting shit off my YouTube. So that would happen way too much. And I look at the video 4 years ago, 6 years ago. Like, what the fuck is happening? I got a copyright strike on a video that literally was years ago. And it was a photo. I was like, what? All right. And I said, bruh, I got to get rid of this shit. All right. And now I was like trying to apply for monetization. So that means they're like, if you delete some of your videos, they're truly vague about it. If you delete some of your videos, maybe we can monetize you. So I delete all these videos, apply for monetization, and they be like, nope. And I'm like, oh, fuck it. Right? Fuck it. But it happens, man. So I got rid of tons of content. And a lot of you guys just don't see it anymore. So I would have to edit it and put it out as a reaction. But it's sometimes so old because I had a different camera. My beard is black and gray. You can tell it's old. I'm in Newport Beach. You can tell it's really, really old. Yeah, they're trying to make the case to get rid of you. Because if they keep doing this and you wake up in the middle of the day, they just be like, your channel's gone. You're like, what happened? And you got 3 copyright strikes overnight on videos 10 years old. Like, and you're like, wow. Like, damn, bruh. And when you delete videos for you YouTubers, when you delete videos, you basically kill yourself in the algorithm. You're basically taking a knife and killing yourself in the algorithm. So demonetization kills you in the algorithm. Also, you guys get recommended content from years ago from your favorite content creators, right? You'll see a video. If you follow someone, you'll see a video from 5 years ago get recommended. Well, if you have viral content from 5 years ago and you delete it, then the algorithm is less likely to show that to anyone, including the people that follow you. So my Coach Greg Adams channel, 80-90% of my videos are gone. So 8 years worth of work is gone, and that doesn't get feeded into the algorithm. So then the channel just dies unless you're putting out new content, which is going to make you have to put in years and years more content. So the algorithm just kills you because you can't get more suggestive videos out there. So your subscriber base is going to drop. And people are going to forget about you. And then by the time you start posting videos again, people that watched you 5 years ago, they're not interested in you anymore. So they unsubscribe, right? They're like, oh, this nigga, I haven't seen him in a long time. Unsubscribe. So as soon as you start reposting, more people will unsubscribe. I thought I stopped subscribing to this nigga. All right, so they'll start unsubscribing. All right, I notice that a lot. When I post on Instagram, because I don't post that much anymore, when I post on TikTok or my Coach Greg Adams channel, as soon as I start posting, I lose subscribers. Because it's older people that follow me, and they're like, okay, I'm done with this guy. All right, anyway. So anyway, that happens. That's a YouTube 101. That's a blue chip. All right, yo. With that being said, we got the main event coming up here. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. The Money Mindset 2025. Join us if you are looking to elevate your mindset to the next level and get your financial information and game back to where it needs to be. This is the blue chip mindset on steroids. We have 80 plus episodes from the last 2 years that you missed available via playback. You can get all of those episodes. Also, every live stream on Sunday night with all of our great contributors with subjects, cryptocurrency, investment, Money 101, Money 201. Also, if you're looking to become a social media content creator, this is the group for you. 2 times a month, We give you content creator information about how much money you can make via content creation. What are the most popular forms of content creation coming forward in the next few years, and how you can capitalize on an opportunity to be a content creator. Join patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams to find the Money Mindset link. Let's get our blue chip mindset on. The window is still open. All right, main event. Main event, let's go. All right, we'll do it live. I had to take a quick break right there, but join the Money Mindset, patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams. Money Mindset is growing. Anatomy of a shit test. For the new people here, you might not have heard this. What is a shit test? Shout out to Sandman and TFM and all of the guys there, Paul Elam, the men that have been on a mission before this. They used to tell us about a shit test. All right, and a shit test is basically what the woman does consciously or subconsciously, or what she's willing to get away with. Society allows them to get away with this, and they will call these obstacles in the relationship. The woman's going to do this and you do that. Well, these are shit tests. She might say, do I look fat in this dress? Shit test. Why? Because there's a no-win. Basically, when you have the question,
You can't win.
but even when a person says this is how you answer it, that's you trying to pass or fail the shit test. Oh, this is what you say if she asks you this. These are shit tests. If she says, do I look beautiful? Do I look beautiful when I'm fat? Do I look beautiful when I eat? Do I look beautiful when I cry? Do you still love me? These are shit tests. And some of them are very basic, but they're so ingrained in our society, we allow women to get away with them. Okay? And they're just a form of her to check in on where she stands in your relationship. Okay? And she might even be insecure. She's feeling insecure. She knows she's fat in a dress. She asks you if she's fat. And you say, yeah, bitch, you look fat. You need to go to the gym. You failed. Or you passed. Or if you say, honey, I like you with that fucking fupa sticking out. Or if you say, honey, no, you look slimmer to me. And then she says, no, you liar. I know you're fat. I know I'm fat. That's a shit test. Now, people, these are ingrained in relationships. And the blue pill beta relationships, these are all ingrained things that you're supposed to deal with in a relationship. But for the most part, you don't realize that this is kind of subtle form of abuse. It's a form of abuse. And sometimes the shit test gets really aggressive. So you have advanced level shit tests. And I have a video talking about this back in the day. Now, we have some legends here that I want to feature. You see how I'm giving up to the legends? We have Elliot Hulse here. Met him in person several times. Cool dude. He's going to say why women shit test. Why women shit test. So let's play that just so you can hear from someone else other than me.
Not actively thinking, let me shit test this guy. She's feeling something, either insecurity, fear. There's something that she's feeling, and she needs you to quell that in her. That's why women shit test. But remember, they don't consciously shit test you. They feel unsure. They feel afraid. They feel threatened. And as a result, they have to test their environment to see if it's a stable environment. It has something to do with their biology. Like, they have to be, because they bear children and because they're vulnerable, they have to constantly be vigilant to the safety in their environment. And you, as a man, represent safety to her. And so every once in a while, she'll want to just make sure she's safe. And the way she finds out if she's safe is by, you ever, before you go on a ladder, you shake the ladder, make sure this is a stable ladder before I go climb on it, right? Because if that ladder's not stable, I could fall. I gotta test the ladder. She's gonna shake that firm foundation that she's gripping onto, which in this case is her man. You're her firm foundation, so she'll every once in a while she wants to shake you like that ladder. And
all right, so that's a good explanation of what's going on here. A little bit of, what they call biological, what do they call it in the red pill? The bonobo shit, evolutionary biology. And even if you're doing everything that you want, all right, everything she wants, you do it. They will shit test you. Now, men do shit test women as well, but ours are seen as manipulation. So anytime we're doing any controlling behavior, like if we do what they do, it's controlling. If they do what they do, it's checking if they're vulnerable. All right, are you still with me? Do I still have your attention? There was another great shit test that I was going to tell you about. I was thinking about it, but I forgot it. But this is a way that they test to see where they stand in the relationship. Okay. And there's other form of shit tests, like I'm going to go to girls' nights out. That's your shit test. How do you respond to that? Well, if you're thinking about how to respond to that, that's where the problem lies. So if you say, no, you're not, okay, you take a L. You ain't my daddy. If you say, no, I don't allow that, you're controlling. If you say, the doors will fucking be locked when you go to girls' nights out and come back, you're toxic, right? You're toxic and you're trying to kick her out. And he kicked me outside. Okay, you're insecure if you say, I bet you're going to go out there and dance on another guy. Insecure. You see that? So she shit tested you. And then most of the times people just say, well, I'm secure, so I'm going to let her go out there. All right. If you say, I don't allow it, you're cooked. Okay. If you say, I don't accept it, then it puts the ball back in her court. And then she can say, well, I'm going anyway. Now what do? Bitch, you're going to be divorced when you come back. Toxic. All right. Or if you say, go on out there, I don't care. I'm going to fuck somebody else. The next door neighbor girl, she's back at home from college. I'm going to fuck her when you coming back. So if I'm on the couch banging her, you know what happened. Like there's a whole bunch of, but it's just a shit test. Because then they have lined up what your response is going to be before they brought it up to you. So before she brought up she's going to go to girls' nights out, she already knows what your responses are. And she has a predictive response based on how you respond. That's the shit test. That is a shit test. All right, she's just testing her rope. And a lot of people think when you lose, you actually win. And actually, when you win, you actually lose. So if you say in a shit test that, let's say, for instance, that you say, she says, I'm going to girls' nights out. And you say, the doors will be locked at midnight. I'm changing the lock on the door. Most men who are in marriages thinks that's a loss. Unfortunately for women, that could be a win. Because she could be like, my man always going to keep me in charge, keep me in check. Now, that doesn't mean she's not going to test you anymore, but she might be checking to see if you're going to keep her in check. And then she heard, and then she said, okay, I don't like what he said, but he keeps me in check. Okay, so I'll listen. That what looked like a L was actually a dub. But it ends up being an L, okay? So it doesn't matter. In essence, when a shit test, you really can't win.
Can't win.
So a lot of guys think if he says, yes, dear, he won the shit test. I won. Yes, dear. They think that's a win. But long range, that's a loss. Because now she sees you as a chump. She sees you that she can walk all over you. You definitely ain't going to be able to choke her and pull her hair now. So what a lot of married guys will tell, Steve Harvey will tell you to always just say yes, dear, say yes, dear. And then they think that's a win, but that's a loss. Okay, because she ain't never going to respect you anymore. The more she does that, she sees she could just walk all over you. That yes, dear shit turns into you just getting abused. Yes, this is the truth. This is the truth. So you guys think a win is a loss, and a loss, you guys think a win is a win, but it is a loss. You guys think a loss is you're going to lose her, but it actually keeps her. Now, this is why I don't get into relationships like cohabitation and marriages, because I've been in them and you get shit tests constantly. Constantly. All right, did you like my cooking? Yeah. Did you like it better than that girl that made that tuna casserole that brought it to work? You're like, what? All right, it's one of those things, man, that women are constantly doing. So let me show you this right here. We have this wig wearing Sista. She's going to talk about why she shit tests her current mate, and she's going to frame it in how she's educating men on how to deal with this shit test. So life hack for men. Okay, here we go.
Life hack for the men. Y'all ready? Femininity tests. It is a way that we feel safe. So now I'm really testing you to see how far will you let me disrespect you. But ultimately, what I want the most is my man to be a leader. So if you stop me from the beginning, I might be cussing you out in my mind, but secretly I love it. Secretly, I'm like, ooh, my baby, that's a man right there.
I just described that, and I done forgot what she was going to say, but I just described that, and somebody didn't believe me. There was a couple people that didn't believe me in the chat. I just described that. Sometimes she's checking you to see if you're going to keep her in check. Now, if you do too many yes dears, and then by the time then you try to keep her in check, it's too late. I just talked about this. Women are weird characters. I know they goofy as hell, but that's what they do. They do this shit. They're like children. You know what I mean? They're like our kids. I literally just described that, and somebody didn't believe me. But yes, that's an example. They do this early in the relationship. First argument you have, they're going to see how you react. And then if you react to the point, not abusively, but you know how to handle her, she'll be like, I like you because you know how to handle me. But she had to pout, scheme. She had to stump her feet. She had to do what she wanted to do. She had to do all of that. And you thought, oh man, I'm going to lose her. But no, you won her. You won her. You won her over by standing your ground. Now, the problem is that doesn't mean more tests aren't going to come. That's what dudes think. How do I overcome and end it? You don't. Okay? You don't end it. They do this shit to the end of time until you fucking die of stress. Now, she's framing this as life hack for men. When we put you through these shit tests, now this is why I stay single. Okay? That's why I stay single. I don't want to deal with none of this shit. This is what gives us the peace, quiet, and freedom we talking about in the free agent lifestyle. Why you don't like relationships? I don't like shit tests. Well, what do you mean shit tests? You know what I mean. I don't like constantly you just trying to test my temperature every day. And then soon as you just be like, damn, I'm tired. Just do what you want, bitch. Here's the credit card. Go. You think that's a win? And yes, she's going to swipe that credit card for $2,500, but you lost. Now she's like, all right. And anytime I want to go shopping, I know how to get under his skin. And he's just going to give me the credit card. And then I'm going to skedaddle. Okay, so them tests going to keep flying at you. Just like your kids, they test you. Your dog tests you. Everybody tests you. But these tests are literally, to me, abusive. So we have a frame called masculine frame. Right? You got a whole masculine frame. You got to be like this all the time to the bitch. See me, bitch. I'm holding frame. Yeah. Right? You think you're going to get over on me. I know the shit test that you're going to do, bitch. I know what you're going to say before you say it. You see what I'm doing? I'm holding my masculine frame. I'm staying stoic. I'm sleepy. And I'm hungry. And I'm horny. And I got a whole masculine frame on the bitch. Damn. Her titties are out. And that ass, though. And her feet are out. And I'm hungry. And she'd be like, do you want something to eat? Oh, okay. Yeah, bitch. And can I get some of that pussy, too? So there goes your masculine frame. All she got to do is walk out with her feet out. And you were standing there, and now she got her toes out. French pedicure, and now you cooked. Now you ain't holding masculine frame. And she's like, yeah, while you're eating, shit test. And you eating, and guess what? No masculine frame. You done busted a nut, no masculine frame. You motorboated them titties, no masculine frame. You ate that cootie cat, no masculine frame. She won, bruh.
Did you eat that cat?
No masculine frame cooked. You done got them balls emptied out, no masculine frame. You ain't got time to hold no masculine frame and deal with these shit tests and abuse. They just gonna keep coming at you, firing them at you. And you holding a masculine frame, taking the bullets and shit. I'm holding my masculine frame. All right, so this is masculine frame means somebody said punching bag. I say you're just putting up with abuse and shit tests. And you're just dealing with it masculinely. All right, so anyway, all she got to do is whip her titties out. No more masculine frame. All right, so anyway, let's see what this woman's talking about here. Look how she's looking, all feminine with her blonde wig. All right, let's see what she has to say here about you passing this shit test.
That man took charge over me. You're letting me know how I get to move and shake within your boundaries because you're the lines. We're the color. You got to teach me to color inside of the lines. So if you don't set that strong boundary,
who the hell is snapping in here?
There's another line.
All right, you hear this. We're the lines, she's the color. Nigga. Hey, man, I'm staying single, bro. I'm going to stay single, man. Hey, look, I'm staying single. I'm staying single, bro. Like, I just talked about this. Relationships don't have no, I don't see it, man. I'm going to just stay single. Look. All that to train this bitch. Nah, baby, your mama's supposed to train you. Now, in the grand scheme of things, these bitches don't got no good mothers. They got tramp-ass moms and no daddy issues. So they think they're teaching us a life hack. What they're teaching us is relationships really ain't worth it. That's the stuff they don't tell you about when you're lonely. All right, you're lonely. Damn, I just need a girl. All right, I just wish I had a girl that was loyal and down. Okay, you get a girl that's loyal and down, and she shows up with the goddamn shit testing. And every day you just handling this shit, and you over there just try to deflect. You like the Matrix doing the whole bend over, and you forgot that that's the bullshit you don't like about relationships. And now you stuck. You done made a commitment. Nah, man. Life hack for men. Oh, no, I got a life hack for you. It's the free agent lifestyle. Okay? I got a life hack for you. It's the junior college. That's a life hack for your ass. The junior college ninja. But, hey, I'm going to tell you another thing. When you don't pay, when women don't feel financially secure and safe, she going to shit test the hell out of you. And this is where dudes, the same dudes that say they don't pay and trick, also dealing with masculine women. Also dealing with masculine women, arguing with them and trying to keep them in check. And that's when I say you're paying. You don't realize how much stress. Dude, you're taking days and weeks off of your life on one shit test. Days and weeks. You're taking hours at least in days off your life trying to deal with a woman. This is why men die earlier and faster than women. But you think you're not paying, nigga. You taking hours off your life on one shit test. Trying to keep her in check and bitch arguing with the bitch. Bitch, I'm going to put you in check with the bitch. All right? But you say you don't pay. Oh, yes, you are, ninja. And every woman you argue with, you took an hour or two off your life. Right? For sure. Because they're going to do it regardless. If you paying or not. Most of the time when you paying, you got security. So that you're dealing with another shit test. All right? But what I'm saying is, in the instance, we all paying anyway. So you got to figure it out. Okay, so here we go right here. Life hack. We'll hear it again.
Life hack for the men. Y'all ready? Femininity tests.
Femininity test. So she's judging where she should be in her feminine. So this is when guys say women should commit. Not commit. Women should submit. Guys, they don't submit naturally just to anybody. The guy she submits to, she tests you first. This is what she's saying. So when you're getting tested, how many times have you heard a woman say, I want my man to tell me no. I'm not going to listen, but I want him to tell me no. How many times you heard that? I think Jill Scott said that. A lot of women said that. I want him to be willing to tell me no. I'm going to be mad. I ain't going to want to listen to him, but that is a shit test. She's trying to figure out, should she submit to you? Should she still submit to you? That's a shit test. Okay, so you want a woman to submit, she's going to put you through a whole bunch of damn paces before she submits. She's not just going to come and submit to you. She's going to put you through the paces. This is what she's talking about. Should I give you my femininity? Should I give you my submission? Well, then I'm going to put you through these paces. It could be innocent. It could be lethal. You don't never know. All right, so here we go right here.
It is a way that we feel safe.
There you go. Elliot Hull said the same thing. Women are looking for safety and security. That's what they're looking for. I don't care if it's financial safety, physical safety, whatever it is. That's what they want inherently. That's why they're like little fucking kittens. When they walk outside, they be like this. You ever see women? Women most of the time ain't just walking around like this. White women do. And I'll be like, y'all go get clonked over the head. All right, sisters sometimes walk around. They walk all slow and shit. Booty be just rounding off. All right. But most of the time, women are just fearful when they go outside. Somebody going to snatch the purse. Somebody going to take something from them. Somebody's going to confront them. You could always tell. Just come up behind them and be like, hey. Almost all women will be scared. Asian women come out the house like a cat, like this. One paw at a time. Little Latino women come out the house like a cat. They be like, that's how they come out the house. Women are just scared when they come outside. They're vulnerable. And this is the most safe, secure society we've ever lived in. Just imagine when bombs was going off and they was getting clonked over the head by cavemen. All right. And they liable to be great when they walk outside. All right. All right. Anytime you see a woman, what do? They park their car. They sit in their car for a minute. All right. They check their surroundings. All right. They check their phone. And then they do this. When they get out the car, they scurry to the building. All right. They get to the building real fast. They hurry up and walk to the door. They be like, walk to the door so they get inside. It just is just, they scary. They scared. They don't be just walking down the street. Niggas just be walking down the street going somewhere. Like, where am I fucking going? I don't know. I'm looking for bitches. You like, where are all the hoes at? Where are the women at? They just scurrying from their car to the building, to they building the Starbucks, to the Starbucks in their car, to their car to the house. All right. They just get out of the car and run to the door. All right. They can't just be walking down the street. Okay. All right. Anyway. But they're looking for security, and that's what she's talking about. And that also is in a form of protection. Can you protect her? I know it's weird. And like, do you walk on the same side of the street? Like, do you walk near the curb? Who walks near the building? They're always thinking of these wild shits. They're always thinking about these wild things. You know what I mean? But, you know, historically, we've never been safe. I mean, we live in a safe time. You know, historically, they have always had this need to protect themselves. All right, so anyway.
So now I'm really testing you to see how far will you let me disrespect you.
Damn. Isn't this cold game? This is a cold world, man. This evil, isn't it?
It's an evil world we live in.
I'm testing you how far you going to let me disrespect you. Your wife has done this, and this is why your wife don't respect you. Years. She's done this for years, and she just don't respect you no more. And once a woman loses woman loses her respect for you, it's done. That doesn't mean she's going to leave, though. She can still say you're a nice father, you're a good husband, or you're a decent husband, and you do what's right. You're a beta, but her pussy's going to dry up because you've dealt with disrespect. In my opinion, once she loses respect for you, she will never get it back. It's over. But you can still have a marriage. You can still be with your children. It's over for you, though. Yes, female coworkers do this too. All women do this. Your mother does this. Everybody does this. All women do this to you. So it's over, and she's tested out already. Okay, I can't depend on him. If I can challenge him, that means everybody can challenge you. I'm just little old me. You ever heard women say this? I'm just a woman. I'm not scary. You ever heard a dating coach say, they're just women, nothing special about them? Shout out to Steve the Dean. Why are you scared of them? It's just a woman. That's how women feel. They don't understand why you're scared of them, but you're scared of them. They see you. And they're like, damn, these niggas really scared of us out here. And guess what? No punani for you. No puss for you. They'll marry your ass and use your ass. They'll do that shit. They'll go on a date and foodie call the shit out of you. But they cannot understand why y'all scared. Why y'all scared to approach us? Why y'all scared? We just women. We're insecure. We hate ourselves in the mirror. Every day we look in the mirror, we hate ourselves. We bleed like a stuffed pig. We smell like, we look like a goddamn deli. All right? A steak deli. All right, uncooked meat, just peace leaf, just leaking and bleeding. They don't know why the fuck y'all scared. They stink. They smell themselves in the morning. Whoosh. They got to wash their peace leaf out. Like, y'all literally scared, all right? And they can't understand it. So what do? They test your ass. They fat, they bloated, they ugly, pimple, acne. All right, they got lopsided titty on the left. They really don't know why the hell you scared of them. All right, but they're going to test you out. But yeah, the false allegations scare you. Man said beef tartare. Yeah, they just like, why? Why? So they're gonna see if they can get that respect right here. Are you scared of me? If you're scared of me, I can't respect you. If you're scared of me, I can't be feminine. No femininity to you. If you're scared of me, no submission. Any guys that say, look, women should submit to men. No, they're not gonna naturally do it. They're gonna put you through the paces first.
But ultimately, what I want the most is my man to be a leader. So if you stop me from the beginning, I might be cussing you out in my mind, but secretly I love it.
Look at that. I mean, this is psycho behavior, just so you understand. I'm not justifying what they do. Please understand this. But this is inherently what we're dealing with. We're not getting anything different than this. Okay, so guys are like, well, why should women be like this? They should change. They should be aware of this. They should do better. I'm sorry, guys. Listen, I didn't make the world. I'm not God. I didn't make women from Adam's rib. I don't have any responsibility for this. I'm just trying to explain to men to understand this, and we're not getting a new batch of women anytime soon. This is somewhat inherent, and also a society allows for this. Society hasn't corrected this behavior. At least the Western society hasn't. Maybe the society that you would call, the Sharia law has corrected this shit. They put this shit in check pretty relatively easy in public. They typically don't allow women to do this openly or somewhat subvertly. I can't do anything about it. You can accept this or reject it. This is why people say, well, not all women do this. This is bullshit. It's bullshit. All women do it. Every single one of them breathing do it. Your mama does it, your grandmama, your sister, your cousin, your niece, all of them do it. They all do a version of this. So I can't do anything about it, though. So you guys want me to say how you overcome this shit. How do you stop it? You don't. The only way you stop it is just stay single. That's it. Stay single, go to the JUCO. And even at the JUCO, they're going to do it. The JUCOs are going to do it too. You got to deal with their shit test too. Which is going to be normally a backdoor relationship. All right. So you started it off one way and then they flip it. All right. That's a shit test. If you say, nah, we stay in it like this, then you good for the meantime. Or she might dip. Okay. No more JUCO for you. You never know. But they all do it.
Secretly, I'm like, ooh, my baby, that's a man right there. That man took.
Now look at this guy right here. Look at him. He like Merp. Look how he looking. Look how he looking. He like, I can't even believe this crazy ass shit.
I wish a nigga would.
Look at his face. He's sitting here like, I done lived 40 plus years. And I realize this shit is cooked. It's cooked. We cooked, y'all. His face he can't take it no more, man. He said, that's my face listening to this shit. He like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to the JUCO. Yep, he learned that after 30, 40 years, he been put through this shit so much that he like, oh, so y'all all do this shit. Okay, all right, so it wasn't me all this time. All right, so that's what he's learning. It wasn't me. And this is what y'all gonna learn. Oh, my girl gonna be different. And you learn Merp. Okay, oh, that's what they was doing? All right, anyway, I love that picture. We gonna have to screenshot this shit, all right? Because that's gonna be our picture for every goddamn thing, all right? Merp. Let me get the screenshot on it. All right, you gonna be our picture, homie. Explaining shit, learning when you learn about women.
Charge over me. You're letting me know how I get to move and shake within your boundaries because you're the lines. We're the color.
Bruh, you're the lines, we're the color. Man, bruh. Hey, look, this is what I say when I tell you, women sit around thinking about this shit all day and you don't believe me. We don't think about relationships like this. We think if we get a girl, we got her. All right. She likes me. Cool. Now I can go out. I can go to work. I can slay the dragon. I can fight. I could come back and my girl's there waiting for me and championing me, and I got her. You know, we got the world to conquer. Women, even when she's trying to mimic conquering the world, she's thinking, you're the lines, I'm the color. That's what she's thinking, man. She's thinking this while she at work multitasking, counting beans. She worrying about you. She thinking about you, right? How can I manifest him? How can I test him? And how can I find? They multitask. We're simple. We're simpletons. All right. We go here. We do this. We go here. We do this. And we come back and we wish our girl would be the same. Not them. They thought and plotting over there. You see, he the lines and I'm the color. And she figuring out how to submit to your ass today.
You got to teach me to color inside of the lines.
Yeah. See, I mean, listen, this would be a debate between me and dating coaches. All right. And I agree. If you want a woman to be on your program, you do have to train her. And she's acknowledging this. She has to train you. You have to train her. Don't ever think that a woman comes with all of the factory installed to deal with you as an individual. She doesn't. She only knows what she knows, and she only knows what she knows when she tests you. Then she makes her assertion of how to treat you after that. So if you wait 2 or 3 dates to get some pussy from her, that's how she's going to treat vagina and sex with you. She could just take it off the table and give it to you and reward it. And then, don't think she's just going to be an open vagina once you wait 2 or 3 dates. She's always going to put it on the table and tempt you because that's how you started. If you already say from the beginning, no, it's going to be vagina or nothing, then she knows. All right, I better put it out there if I want him, or I'll just let him go if I don't want to give it to him. Okay, a dating coach once said you got to teach a woman how to scramble eggs. I mean, yeah, you do. Or you got to eat the eggs how she scrambles them. Like if she can't scramble eggs and she makes you eggs over easy, eat them like that. Or if you want to scramble eggs, hey, I don't eat them eggs over easy. All right, sunny side up. Moon over my hammy. All right, I don't eat them like that. I want them scrambled. If she says, okay, daddy, all right, you're good. Okay, daddy. That's training her. You're the leader. But guys will be like, we shouldn't have to train her. Okay, guess what? Guess what? Brothers, leave the women the fuck alone, man. Leave them alone. You ain't ready. They don't come factory installed with all the shit to know how to deal with you. They know how to deal with men. They don't know how to deal with you. So yes, in essence, she's waiting for you to train her. She's waiting for you to give her all of the commands. Okay, this is what you do when I do this. Remember, I used to tell you this, and this is going on long. I used to tell you this. When you get with a woman, even at the JUCO, this is what you do. You tell her this. Okay, when we pull up to the valet, you let the valet open the door. If we pull up somewhere else and there's no valet, you wait till I open the door. You don't just come busting out the door when we park. That's training her. When you tell her when we're walking up to the door, you're going to open it versus I'm going to open it. Depending on how you want to do it, you have to go through this. You have to teach them this. Sometimes you wait and demonstrate it. So when you're walking up to a door, you guide her to the side. Stay here and I'll open it. Then you'll go, then I'll go. These are all training. You got to give them instructions. Otherwise, if you don't, the further you miss these opportunities, the more confusion you're going to have. Then you're going to get to the door, you bumbling and fumbling. Then you're going to look crazy. You're going to look crazy. And then the more you let these not trainings go and assuming she knows, the less likely you can correct it on the back end. You're not correcting it then. This goes for your wife, your children, your daughters, the women you date, the JUCO, it doesn't matter. Yes, you have to train them in the essence and the aspects of you. You train me. You know me. A woman will say this. A woman will say, I know how to treat a man. Yeah, but you don't know how to treat CGA. You don't know how to treat CGA. All right, so I'm not a man in a sense to the niggas you're dealing with because you're sitting in front of me. So you need to learn CGA. I don't care what you know about a man. I know, man, I know what a man to do. You just offer her sex and a sandwich. Ninja, if you think I'm that simple, you got the wrong one. So if you don't want to engage in that, stay single. Stay single. Now, the older a woman gets, the less likely you can train her. Okay? The older she is, this is where this conversation about older women and younger women come in. The older she is, the less likely you can train her. She's stuck in her ways. You can't teach an old tramp new tricks. Okay? She's stuck in dealing with guys, and she's going to do whatever the hell she wants to do. This is when they be out here. We're going to be a power couple and an equal partner, and we're going to do this, and you're going to do that. They start testing you, and we're going to spend your money, and I'm going to keep my money. These are all shit tests. Okay? The minute you agree to that, well, okay, all right, you cooked. She already know, this nigga took a sucker deal. I got him. They know 50-50 is a sucker deal because you're going to be paying 60-40, 70-30. Okay, why? Because you're going to have an equal partnership, but she's going to say, but I still like when you take me out. I still like when you pay the bills. I still like when you. So that's 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. That ain't no fucking 50-50 relationship, but she just realized you took a sucker's deal, and guess what? She'll stick around till that sucker deal, a better deal comes along. Okay? Don't think that they're not, as I say with women, nothing is a coincidence. They've thought this shit out in their little noodle brain. They've thought this shit out, and they already know what to say. They thought out your responses. They thought everything out. Nothing is ever a coincidence. Everything they do has intention behind it. But they also have plausible deniability. I didn't do that. Remember I told you yesterday a woman will walk in your path and not get out of the way? That's intentional. That's a microaggression. Either she's interested in you or she's trying to intimidate you. That is not them just being aloof. Being aloof is standing in the middle of the street in the walkway like this. That's aloof. But her walking directly in your path and not giving you eye contact is intentional. It's a microaggression, and you have to figure out she might be interested in you. She might be trying to get your attention or trying to punk you. There's nothing that they do is unintentional. So I'm just letting you know this. Engaging with them, you need a doctorate in behavioral science because they're constantly thinking about these things and you're constantly not. You're constantly assuming she knows, and she's constantly trying to test if you have a boundary. You don't put up a boundary. She just considers it somewhere she could just run over. All right, so here we go right here.
So if you don't set that strong boundary.
I just said that. I just said that. Shout out to her. I just said that. If you don't set that strong boundary, you guys think I make this shit up.
What the hell is snapping in here?
I said that. I just said that. If you don't set a strong boundary from the beginning, you cooked. And I've done this myself. I've seen these things where I didn't set boundaries and the woman walked all over it. And I said, damn, the more and more I done it, the more I experienced not being able to do it right and losing on that end, the relationship went left. Right, I just said that and she just came in. So anyway, somebody said this is draining. Women are draining. Yes. This is why I say money, energy, attention, and time. You pay one way or another. If you think you're going to gain energy from a woman, oh, trust me, you're not. She's going to talk you to death. She's going to shit chest you to death. She's constantly on you, needling you, testing you. And to the point you're like, damn, why am I so tired? They got time. You don't. Let me get to these super chats. What about this show? What about this fucking show? Did y'all learn something today? Way too much work, man. Way too much work. To me, it's way too much work. I'll just stay free. I'll just say single. I'll just say single. Single. All right, anyway, you going to pay one way or the other. Ninjas that say they get shit for women for free, I'd be like, it's comical. Now, I get it. I mean, I get what you're saying. You're saying you didn't have to pay anything. You didn't have to pay for a date. You didn't have to use money. All right, so that's free to guys. But they don't realize the energy, attention, and time that they spent to try to knock that pussy down. All right, it is draining. All right, anyway, let me do these super chats. That was a great time. Do me a favor, hit the like button. On the way out, we have concluded today's stream and all of the stuff except for the super chats. We'll get to those. Appreciate the support. I'll read Alonzo Brown. Lonzo is in the building. Hey, yo, coach, damn, your new live streams always outperform the last ones. Sending my props to the greatest boss up man of all time.
You better boss up, nigga.
Okay. I'm always trying to tell y'all, man, like, I'm trying to top myself for sure. I'm trying to top myself each stream. Shout out to Blue Baggins. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. The big boss man says, you know how pimps handle ish tests. If the women ish test the pimps or even their employers, they will face that penalty. He says, if you sucker for love ass ninjas want a committed relationship, good luck. So pimps and employers, there's always a penalty for the woman. So she knows how much rope she has. So that is an excellent point. Even if you say the JUCO, you're spending money, you're tricking. But she knows the limit. Like, she knows the boundary. At her job, she shit tests, she gets fired. A pimp, she gets backhand hand slapped, right? Or a broken nose. A guy that's a trick or a sugar daddy, he removes the money. So that's why you're getting more compliance. You're not getting less shit tests. You're just coming in with her going, okay. Now, when you're coming in with, hey, I just want you to love me and I just want to have a relationship, there's no penalties because she's just going to test how far can she go. That woman just said it. How far can I go with him? Let me figure this out. So employers know, okay, wait, what, are you tripping again? Oh, you shit testing again? Okay, look, we're going to write you up. She knows. I'm going to get written up and I'm going to have somebody put it in my file. But when you have a guy that goes and says, okay, I'm a sugar daddy. She just says, okay, daddy. All right. She's going to say, okay, daddy. She's never going to bring up. You can literally control it and say, look, hey, listen, when we're together, we're not going to talk about politics. We're just going to have fun. She'll say, okay, daddy. Now, if you have a girlfriend, she won't say that. I want to know what you think. Why you don't want to talk about it? She's not gonna submit because you don't have a penalty for her. You're absolutely right, big boss man. Women know their boundaries, man. They just want to test their boundaries. Shout out to double A. Mr. Allen says, Anthony Allen, the modern day woman is feeding the homeless pipeline, free agent lifestyle. Have a good weekend, coach. Yeah, they are. They're feeding the homeless pipeline. There's going to be a lot more of them out there for sure. And it is Teresa says, sending support. Great shows all year thus far. Shout out to you, and I'm going to keep it going. I'm focused this year to give you the best shows. J Flow, thanks for touching on this important topic. Pause. He says, salute to you, coach, and shout out to the coach gang. Thank you.
Trying.
This is important. A lot of guys will be like, well, how do we get it? How do we do better at it? I don't know, man. There's no stopping a woman from doing this for sure. There's no stopping them. The longer you're with them, the more likely you're going to put up with a lot of this shit. Shout out to our brother. Chris Mack says there's a Jacksonville, North Kakalaki too, where all the BBWs be at. All right, shout out to you. Jacksonville, North Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida. North Carolina been in here strong. We got a lot of North Carolinians in here. Tar Heels or the Blue Devils. Or North Carolina State, for that matter, the Wolfpack. Shout out to all the brothers out there in North Kakalaki. That's what they used to call it back in the day, the countries. He says, leave this stream up. And, oh, by the way, please do not show your girlfriend or wife this stream talking about, and when you shit test me. Don't tell your girlfriend, you're shit testing me. Don't do this. She's going to think you're an idiot. It's like talking to people and say, oh, they're going to monkey branch on you, and talking to normies. All right, these normies don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're going to sound like a weirdo. Do not tell her you know she's shit testing you. And if you're a guy and you a chump ass nigga and you already been shit tested into oblivion and she sees you as a beta, you cooked already. Just know you cooked. She already done got your ass for a couple of years and you done failed many a shit test. Okay? You done failed many shit tests. When she start testing you, don't be like, you're shit testing me. Coach Greg Adams said, and you need to watch this right here where he says you're shit testing me. Don't do it. You're going to look like a jackass, a dummy. She's going to look at you like, what? What's a shit test? And then you're going to tell her, a shit test is when you intentionally manipulate me to see how far you can press my boundaries. And she's going to say, huh? I wouldn't do anything like that. I love you, my little wiggle wubby. I love you. I would never do this to you. I love you. My little wookie husband, wubby hubby. All right, she ain't going to tell you. And she going to tell her friends, this nigga tripping. He watching this bald-headed nigga on YouTube talking about shit testing. All right, they going to watch me and laugh. All right. I'm just an innocent me. I love you, and I would never do anything like that. Would you want me to what? All right, please, man. You take this, as one person eloquently said, this is a shield. Shield yourself. If you failed 50 shit tests with your wife and girlfriend, you cooked already, just to let you know. You cooked, you are not correcting it. This is a shield. It's not a sword. Take the lessons, all right? Take the lessons and deal with it accordingly. You don't have to tell your bitch everything. You goddamn pillow talking ass simps. Kaylin says, I'm for making paternity tests mandatory and legal. This might be the only way that stops 304s from 304ing. Trump should make an executive order. All right, Donald Trump, let's see if he does that. But maybe he won't. Shout out to H every day with 2 supports here. I should acknowledge him as a light-skinned lover. I got tons of peace leave on my imitation Star Wars twin mattress my mama gave me in my first apartment, laughing my ass off. I am a reformed Pookie, light-skinned Pookie. He says, now I'm good. A ninja was on his journey then. Don't live a lie. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, whatever happened before 30 and after 30 is 2 different things for sure. But yes, reform Pookie out here. And he says, this is why I gave up on relationships. You can have guns, dope, pit bulls, scary ass ninja friends and live in the trenches and bitches will be doing shit a kid do. He says you find yourself as a only adult men around retards and grown preteens. And of course, when you're the leader, you're supposed to handle all of these things. A leader's supposed to handle everything. Like, no woman listens to you and say, oh boy, you had such a hard day. Damn, I had to meet with my lawyer. Then I had to get my kid. You know, he's got college visits. I had to schedule visits and hotels and plane trips. And then I had to do my work. And then I had to commute. And then I had to. They like, you supposed to do that, bro. That's why you got broad shoulders. Handle that shit. And when you handling it, you supposed to handle that shit and sit back like this with a cigar. Like, you know what? When you do that, she admires you. Because she knows you handling the shit. She be like, this nigga getting after it. She can't do half the shit you do. She will crumple up and be in the corner. Women know this. The problem with this is men think complaining about it will make women feel bad about you. That's where you got it fucked up. The only way she will feel good about what you're doing is when you handle that shit and you sit back and go, all right, with an old fashioned and smoke a cigar. She gonna be like, God damn, this nigga a beast out here. But she ain't gonna hear your complaining ass and think, oh man, I feel sorry for you. She wants you to be a boss. And she'll lay down, meow, when you bossing up.
Boss up,
okay, so when the shit hits the fan, well, let's just culminate it. She wants you to be able to handle the kids, handle her, handle the job, handle society, handle racism, she wants you to be able to handle it, not complain about it. That's going to dry her pussy up. Then she want to come in there and help. You need something? Where can I get in? But if you're constantly complaining like, oh man, I just can't handle all this. She going to think you're down here. Now, she might think you're down there and she might still deal with you. Remember, she'll still deal with you, but she going to treat you like a kid. This is where women say, I don't know what you talking about, coach. All these men is out here, they got Arrested Development, and they're like an extra kid. You know why? Because she picked that nigga just like that. She stuck with an extra kid ass nigga. Because as our boy said here, Corey Holcomb, you are who you fuck. Okay? So you stuck with him, so that's who you got. All right? You didn't want a boss because you didn't want to listen to a boss. So your ass stuck with that nigga.
Every woman out there, this statement cannot be magnified enough. You are who you fuck.
There you go right there. So the women that dealt with pookies and no good niggas past the age of 30, and then they said, well, I just got an extra child. The women that married an extra child, well, that's because you dealt with the guy that couldn't pass a shit test, and you stayed with him, and now you got an extra child. You don't have a boss. You were afraid of the boss. I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. And now you stuck with an extra child. It's that simple. It's that damn simple. It's your own doing. You stuck with an extra child ass nigga. Or he was a pookie. He was cool at 25. Now he's 35 and he's still a pookie. Now you have an extra child. All right? You are who you fuck. Ladies, you are who you fuck. You still letting a weak ass nigga fuck you? That's what it is. You ain't letting the boss fuck you and pull your hair back and choke your neck. All right, it is what it is. All right, so women know how to deal with a boss, and that's why they be like, I'll just deal with a boss. All right, I know he's married. I'll deal with a boss. I know he a sugar daddy. I'll deal with a boss. I'd rather deal with a boss than these weaklings out here. Yeah, man. All right, look. That's everybody. So that means it is the weekend. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm going to get my weekend started.
What's up for the weekend,
It's going to be
nigga?
a fire weekend, so do yourself a solid. Protect yourself at all times. All right? Do your cardio and your weight. Get your push-ups in. Big up your chest. All right? Boss up in 2025. Do me a favor. Watch all the replays and all of that stuff. Keep your bail money ready. All right? Be ready to hire an attorney at all times. Get your networks up. Plug. All of that. Locals. Patreon, get to it if you want to boss up in 2025 because we going and y'all staying behind. Also, keep your drug money and your business completely separated. All right, keep your drug money and your drugs and your socks completely separated. All right, don't do drugs. Wear your condoms. Pull out, put it on her chest. Get your STI tests. Get DNA tests on all your babies. Ladies, come on over here. All I want is meow ladies over here. This is what I want. Ladies, what kind of woman you want? This is what type of woman I want. Pocket ling-lings. This is what I want. Yeah.
你是世界上最重要的人。
Yeah.
你最帅。
Yeah.
我没有前男友。
Yeah, that's what I want. Pocket ling-lings. All right, that's what I want out here.
What kind of fuck you
All right,
give
ladies,
me?
that's what. Oh, you want a submissive weak woman. I want a pocket ling-ling.
还有什么呀？
Yeah, that's what I want right there. Meow, meow, meow. All right, that's what I want. That's the type of woman I need in my life. All right, there we go right there. Pocket ling-lings.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Shout out to the Coach Gang. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for the support. We'll be back Sunday with the Locals and Money Mindset. Monday, back on YouTube. Peace.
Boss up, nigga.